What charges? Dodgers. What charges? Dodgers. What charges? Dodgers. Dodgers. What charges? 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 Dodgers. What charges?
Bars of party, 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 the party.
When it talk about when the band start hit. When it when it talk about when the band start, when you talk about when the band start, when you talk about when the band start, when you talk about when the band start. When they talk about when the band start hit. When they talk about when the band start hit. When they talk about when the band start hit. When they talk about when the band start hit. Hey, 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 hey. When it when they talk about when the band start, when they talk about when the band start, when they talk about when the band start, when they talk about when the band start. When they talk about when the band start hit. No, 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 no.
All right, good evening, everyone. So we are going to be looking at a few things here. We got a few different things going on. Got new patch notes coming for the patch tomorrow. We'll be checking those out real quick. Also going to be playing some Vanessa all night. You know, it's the original character, the first character you will have unlocked when you get the game. So figured I'd go through it, you know, hopefully pick up some new viewers here and kind of show them the things I'm thinking about, things that I'm looking for when I'm playing Vanessa. All right. So I went over a few of the new items that Vanessa has, but you know, I had some audio issues, so I want to go back through those. Plus, there's several others. There's also a video here to watch. So let me actually pause my music for a moment here. Watch this June update video, and we'll get on through the patch notes here. Just a moment. All right, looks like you guys should be able to see that now. Let's go ahead and watch this video. All right, very cool. Got to see some new skins. Oh, get to see a couple encounters here. All right, we'll go ahead and scroll on through these patch notes here. So you can see leaderboard rewards, prize pass, chest editions, seasonal store content. You know, most of this isn't really important. Hey, boy, mom. Let's see. Corrected some issues with enchantments. Got a new announcement area that's going to be coming. Sound effects fixed on a Mac. They're going to fix the cell hotkey. All right, let's get into the items. This is the important stuff here. So we've got a reroll token. Looks like it's a common. They showed it under pig, but looks like anybody can pick that up. And when you sell this, reroll your hourly encounters, so you can just get new encounters when you sell it. Seems interesting. Not certain how strong it's going to be, if it's going to be worth prioritizing or not, but has potential to be good. Dually Rampage module. When you sell a small tech item, or I'm sorry, it is a small tech item, silver tier, and when you slow, poison, or freeze, adjacent items gain, and you can see the numbers there, damage and or burn. So looks like it could be pretty interesting. Don't know how strong it's going to be. Dooley's definitely my weakest character, so I'm going to have the least to say about Dooley, unfortunately. Jules picks up a new item, Laurel's Bouncy Ball. A small toy. It starts at gold. 3-second cooldown. Haste 2 other items for 1 second at gold and 2 at diamond. And then when this hastes an adjacent item, charges 1 second. So really wants to take advantage of boards with not too many items, or at least not too many items that can be hasted. I could see some situations where, like a Karnak, no cooldown sort of build could leverage this, but generally they just want one item with a cooldown, and that's their payoff item. So I don't know that this is going to work for Karnak, and it being a Jules item, it'll be tough to get. Don't know how useful this will be for Jules either. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Not certain on that one. Karnak gets a Karakal, small friend weapon, bronze tier starting, 5-second cooldown, static, and then it increases damage as you build it up to silver, gold, and platinum, or I'm sorry, diamond. And it gets more damage for each type it has, as well as it has a static haste. And then, as you can see here, at the start of each day, it also gains a random type. So really interesting. Could work really well with backpack and hunter's sled, things that want different weapon types or different item types. Heaven forbid a pig gets this. Holy smokes, that'll be incredibly powerful for a pig to get this item. So it'll be interesting. This is the first item I haven't seen yet, which is Wind Dragon. A medium friend dragon weapon, starts at silver. Cooldown gets reduced as you rank it up. And item starts flying. That's a good note there, that it can get your stuff flying for you with Mac. Could be really good with the dragon he has. When you use a dragon or a flying item, haste it for 1 second and deal damage. So it doesn't deal damage outright, it makes things fly. So it really looks like it's meant to work well with the dragon that Mac already has. Next we have Fountain, medium item, starts at silver tier. It's aquatic in property. Cool to see that Pig's getting another aquatic item in. Static 4-second cooldown. Slow 1, 2, or 3 items for 2 seconds. So not a bad slow. And then charge your heal and regen items 1 second. But it'll charge all heal and regen items. So you get something like your boots with a heal or regen enchant. next thing you know, it can enchant or it can charge your whole board for you. Really interesting. I don't see a whole lot of payoff for slow in Pig, but it could be cool to see the slow, and then you really just try and leverage that charge. So we'll see how strong that is. Next we got the Atlas on Stell. Looks like that's going to be a medium item starting at silver. And when you fight a monster, this permanently gains 1, 2, or 3 value. So she has another econ item. That's cool to see. And it also has quests. This will be the first quest item. Well, no, I take that back. Not the first quest item, but this will be the first one since her release. Visit a gold tier encounter. When you sell this, get 2 loot items. Oh, okay, so it's an econ quest item. Visit a diamond tier encounter. When you sell this, gain 2 experience. Wow, very strong. And then when you visit a legendary tier encounter, when you sell this, get a smaller medium legendary item. So big. At the very least, this is, you're looking at probably what does a small legendary go for? I think it's 12 now. So minimum 12 gold, 2 experience, and 2 loot items. And you get some value. Very cool. Very cool item. Next we have the compass for Stell. It's a small tool. Starts at bronze. When you visit a non-merchant or non-monster encounter, this permanently gains 1, 2, 3, or 4 value. Good payoff for picking up things like cinders and things along those lines. Pretty cool. And then when you sell this, re-roll your hourly encounter. So this looks to be a lot like that common item re-roll token that is diamond tier only. But this one's specifically for Stell that you can do that as well as get some other benefits. So it's just a better version of that reroll token. Kind of shows me that reroll token's not necessarily super powerful if we can get this compass at bronze. So very interesting. Next we have Drone Crusher. Medium vehicle tool, starts at silver. Static 4-second cooldown. Use and destroy adjacent small drones. Okay, and then when your items are destroyed, transform them into small drones and burn that amount. Your drones have their cooldowns reduced by that amount. Okay, interesting. So you want drones in your lineup that take advantage of this cooldown reduction, and then you want it to be destroying some drones. Can't think of the names right now, but there's that bomb drone. That small bomb drone that could be good. That's when it's destroyed, deals a bunch of damage, whatnot. Could be pretty interesting. Next we have Bernacuda. I saw this item in that trailer, and holy smokes, it seems strong. Small aquatic friend, starts at bronze. Static cooldown of 2 seconds. Starts with 2 ammo, and you burn for 2, 4, 6, or 8. So at bronze, you get 4 total burn out of it. So at bronze, not great. At silver, it's okay. At gold, it starts getting good, and diamond, it's insane. And then, of course, if you can keep up with the reload on this thing, this will pump out a ton of burn damage. And then on top of it, it also hastes an adjacent item. So, if you put this next to, say, the ramrod, you can keep up with the ramrod on charging this, or just about. You're just shy. Actually, no, I take that back. It would keep up because you have 2 ammo, so you can keep this thing firing next to a ramrod. Very powerful, I think. All right, then we'll move on now to the skills. We'll start with a common one, Scavenger. Okay. When you level up, get a small item from another hero. Oh, okay. So this sounds like it's just just the same skill they had before. Okay, and then we saw Burning Blade in the trailer. First 4 or 8 times you use a weapon each fight, charge or burn 1 second. Very cool. And then Merchant Club. When you visit a merchant, a random item costs however much less. Okay, could be good for econ. Poison Flame. When you poison, your burn items gain. Oh, okay, so this is the inverse. So now you can do the... Oh, I don't remember what it's called. burning poison at home sort of build. Next, we have the Poison Forge. When you poison, your weapons gain, and this is also indicating to us Poison Flame starts at silver. This one isn't telling us that, but it looks like it does by the fact that it only has the 3 numbers. So when you poison, your weapons gain 2, 4, or 6 damage for the fight. Okay, and then Defender's Flames. When you shield, your items gain 1, 2, or 3 burn. Again, looks like it's going to be a silver. And Defender's Toxins, same concept, but for poison now. Flashpoint Toxins, when you use an ammo item, sorry about that, your items gain 1, 2, or 3 poison. So that can be pretty interesting. You know, working alongside something like the Depth Charge. Now we get into dually skills. Tech Savvy, the cooldown of your tech items is reduced by 5 or 10%. Solid. And then Data Transfer, when you use a tech item, adjacent items gain 3, 6, 9 damage, shield, and heal. So it gets all 3. Very interesting. So they're really trying to push the tech build a bit there. And I don't know that it's going to meet the mark, but very interesting for sure. All right, now on to Jules. She's got Catch of the Day. Your items have 2, 4, 6 crit chance, percent crit chance for each food or aquatic item you have. That, I mean, just for food alone seems incredibly powerful. And then Sous Chef, the first time you use a food each fight, haste 1, 2, or 3 tools for 2 seconds. So they're trying to push that that combo of food and tools, which is already actually fairly strong. So being able to haste them for 2 seconds does seem like a solid inclusion as a skill. So very interesting. Now we got Karnok skills, Burning Rage. I'm just going to go through these kind of quick. Blight Rage and Piercing Rage. These are all the same concept. It's just what they're adding is either burn, poison, or weapon damage whenever you become enraged. I think this makes sense and probably something that they should have released Karnok with is something like this. So it's cool to see them go ahead and add it now. Next we have Suppressing Fire. The first 3 or 6 times you use an ammo item each fight, an enemy item has its cooldown increased by 5%. Okay, so if I remember right, when I saw the spoiler for this, they didn't have a limitation on it, and that would have been incredibly powerful. Limiting it to 3 and 6 times is still pretty strong. I mean, 6 times gives you a total of a 30% cooldown increase. Don't know that that's worth a diamond tier skill or not, but I mean, it certainly can be. You know, if you're facing like a 1 weapon build, you basically just hard countered them with this 1 skill. All right, on to Mac. He gets Catalytic Converter. Funny name. When you buy or upgrade a skill, get a catalyst. Okay. Interesting. So you could just take the book instead of the urn or not urn. I can't remember what it's called. And get a catalyst every time at the start of each day just from getting a skill from the book. So that's pretty interesting. And then when you use a relic, your weapons gain 3, 6, or 9 damage for the fight. Just trying to think about what would utilize that. I suppose you could do something like the spider mace. Figure out a way to do poison and slow with the spider mace. Might be interesting. Not sure about that one. All right, on to Pygmalion Snowball Fight. The first 4 or 8 times you use a toy each fight, charge a freeze item 1 second. Okay, interesting. Easy, very easy to get toys with Pygmalion. Little scared of the high roll. Get something like an icy yo-yo. That would be very powerful. And then Playful Arsonist. First 4 or 8 times you use a toy each fight, charge a burn item. Same thing here. If you get a fiery yo-yo, that could be pretty powerful. So really interesting. Not sure about these inclusions. Definitely a different build than what's strong for Pig right now, it seems. So I think it's okay to add them, but it just feels like they just made Pygmalion, a bit stronger with those skills. Now we've got new ones for Stell here. Vector Command, when you use a vehicle or drone, your items gain 3, 6, or 9 damage. And then, similar to what we saw with Karnak, when you use a vehicle or drone, items gain Burn or Shield in this case. So it's their 3 main stats that they work with. And unfortunately, that's all we see for Stell. I think Stell is in a bad spot. Definitely needs some work. She's my favorite character, so of course I'm going to be biased there. But I would have liked to have seen a bit more love for her here. That's okay. And then in Vanessa skill, Execute. The first time your opponent falls below 20% max health each fight, deal 9,999 damage. I mean, between this and Ambush, you only need to deal 60% of their life total to kill them. I don't know that I like that. I mean, it's incredibly powerful, but I'd hate to see someone high roll and only need to deal 60% of the opponent's life total to kill them. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how this one plays out. It is a diamond skill, so it's going to be rare. I just wish they would get rid of some of that high rolly feeling to the game. Allow for a little bit more skill inclusion, if you will. Really lean on the idea of having to make good decisions in order to get your 10 wins rather than, just getting lucky and high rolling into a good skill or item. Now we got a bunch of new encounters we'll go through and just read here. I don't know anything about these encounters other than the information I'm about to read, so hopefully there's enough information. We've got an apothecary, starts at day 3. It's a gold tier encounter and it buffs defensive items, so I'm assuming that means heal, shield, and regen. I am curious if that also includes max health. I don't know if they consider that defensive or not, but in my mind, a life total is a form of defense, so be interesting to see that. Next, we've got Drone Operator. This is a monster encounter. Day 5 and gold tier. Didn't get to see what this Drone Operator's board looks like, so really be curious. For Rai, we got to see this one at the very end there as a teaser. Day 2 plus, it's gold tier and has help wanted urgent deliveries. Now, this doesn't really say much, but in that teaser, we got to see it's different packages you can acquire. And it gives you, it looked like, at least for the small item, 1 experience and a random small enchanted item. And the next one is a library, day 2 and above, gold tier encounter. Quiet place to learn some skills. So it looks like we'll be able to learn skills. I don't know if this is Mac only or not. It doesn't say anything about that. But, the library is a Mac item, so I'd be interested to see if that's available to everyone. Gunpowder cache. Now, this seems kind of dangerous because one of Vanessa's strongest builds right now is an ammo item or an ammo build or ammo weapon build. So seeing this is available all days and it's only a silver tier, available to Karnak, Mac, and Vanessa, and you get a gunpowder. That's really kind of the big downside to the meta build right now, or the powerful build, is that it is limited by its ammo. So you have some situations where the ramrod isn't reloading fast enough. So you get a little bit of reprieve from the damage it's dealing. But if you can get some ammo just from a cache like this, then that might just solve that problem, which is a bit scary. Next, we got Moonlit Meadow. It's available all day, silver tier, jewels, and Mac. And you get a Moon Lily to increase the regen of an item. This feels a lot like the Truffle event for Pig, it makes sense to be there, but it's a pretty weak event. I don't know very many situations where you'd want to take it. All right, so next we have encounters. Item spawners. Corrected an issue, a number of encounter options that could only drop one specific item could fail due to player already having a copy of the item. Then you would miss out on the item here. Now, am I looking at bug fixes? Is that what this is? Or just general changes, I suppose? Advanced training now has potion and dragon tags. Interesting. Aimbot is a gold tier from silver and now spawns for Stell. Okay. Antiquarian no longer spawns for Jewel and Stell. Okay. These feel pretty straightforward. I'm not going to read these out loud. You can read them here, or I can go ahead and post a link to these patch notes for anyone that might be interested. Interesting that they added a day to Strange Mushroom and Tiny Furry Monster, as well as Jungle Ruins. But now there's going to be some overlaps there. Okay, now here's some common skills. Okay, so they clarified this. Burning Rage is now Burning Infernal. I was curious about that. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward. Okay, Hot Springs gained Aquatic. Freeze is a full second on the Warden now. Ah, finally, Knee Brace gets a buff. I think that was very well needed. Okay. No longer go infinite. That's good. Okay, so here we go. Here's some actual changes. Dooley, on level 11, now they get a core upgrade option. That'll let them get to the diamond. And a new icon for Primal Energy, and then Brick Buddy has scaling shields, and it looks like the scaling is not quite as strong. So instead of having static 20, you start off with less at bronze and more at gold and diamond, and you scale more. So in theory, Brick Buddy will be a good bit stronger. Though worse at bronze, which is, I think, good, because Brick Buddy, and then it looks like they did the same thing to Chlorins, which makes sense. These two items are pretty strong in bronze, so to make them weaker in bronze is good, and then to make them stronger later when they certainly do fall off, that seems like a good change. Korra, looks like they gave it a static 6-second cooldown, and then went with 6 and 12, and then the multiplier of 4 and 5. Okay, so now it's no longer starting at silver, and it gets a static 6 seconds. And more poison. This item already seemed pretty strong, though tough to build around. Again, I'm not a dually expert by any stretch of the imagination, so it's real hard for me to gauge this change, but my initial impression is that they made this item stronger when it already seemed like a pretty good item for dually. Now, dually scarf. Starts at gold now, and then when you freeze, haste adjacent items. Okay, so it no longer just stops the freeze, it also will haste. I think that's necessary. Dooley's scarf, in my mind, is an iconic item for Dooley. It's a staple in his image. And then on top of that, you just couldn't really use it. I mean, I don't think I ever saw a build that really utilized the scarf. So it's cool to see that they're offering an effect with it now. We'll see how that works out. Flamethrower looks like they gave it a static cooldown, and now you can get up to twice the damage on a diamond flamethrower. I'm sorry, twice the burn. Very interesting. Boy, that seems like it's going to be really strong. I wonder if they're going to adjust I don't remember the name of the monster that has this guy, but hopefully they adjust that monster. Otherwise, that's going to be a real difficult matchup. Oh no, I guess it's just gold, so it doesn't actually change it. Though it does make it 1 second faster. Let's see. Keylogger corrected an issue. Okay. So they made it slower, it looks like. Or, they fixed it where it's going slower like it's intended to. Damage now goes up. Scaling now goes up. Oh boy, plasma rifle. I already didn't like facing the Annex Trooper. Now I certainly won't. Now that it scales even more. The high roll of the crit chance on that monster encounter alone steers me away from it. But now to know that it's going to already deal more damage as well means I almost certainly won't touch it. Railgun no longer has the quest and just has a flat 2 multicast. I don't know. I don't know about that change. We'll have to see. Again, I don't spend a whole lot of time on Dually, so I can't say much. Rex specs. Okay, they simplified it. Reduce the cooldown. Increase the damage. Increase the scaling. And remove the cooldown reduction. Okay. So overall, they made it slower, but deal more. Which I guess seems fitting for a large item. We'll see how that goes. Cutlery Forge. Yeah, still seems a bit complicated. We'll see how that goes. Corkscrew, yeah. I don't know about that one. I don't know that I ever used Corkscrew, so they're saying it's a very good item that goes nuts late game. We'll see. Okay, cutting board, reduce cooldown. And then charge adjacent food so you can target it. That's good. Use an adjacent item. So it's not strictly a tool because you obviously you want food adjacent to you. And then your items gain damage. Okay. Interesting. So you really want a skewer next to the cutting board, it seems. Beast. They increase the burn in region and the scaling. Yeah, the feast did fall off favor with Jewel, so it makes sense that they're going to buff it a little bit. Food truck. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Support large that just isn't good enough. Silver. They're going to adjust the cooldown reduction, or the cooldown from 4 flat to 654. And then haste your other items for 1 second. Other than just your adjacent. Okay. You haste a food, charge it 1 second. Okay, that's the same. Froyo cart. Okay, so just when you buy it. It doesn't say anything about removing the start of each day. I think they're just ensuring that you get a sorbet when you get it. That's good. Okay, so more burn on the grill, and the scaling's higher as well. Okay, seems good. Assault Sigil. This item just never really saw play, in my opinion. Starts at gold, rage gain to 15 from 5. Okay, good. Bagpipes. Yeah, this was another item that just seemed to fall off. It was okay at the beginning. That's exactly what you're seeing here. Bronze and silver is the same. Gold and diamond, I mean, diamond doubled. So that's I think a really good change. Uh, I don't know what they did to crossbow. I don't remember back on it well enough. I would assume they did a slight buff to it. Hunter's Pack got a minor nerf, which I think is necessary. Hunting Rifle cooldowns all the way to 3 seconds now, but reduced. So, I mean, the damage per second is still the same, but now it's on a 3-second cooldown, dealing 100. So if you have a way to reload it, it certainly can be better. Used arm wraps, I'm assuming, got nerfed a little, and indeed it did. That's good. Lycan, when you are not enraged, your items have 3, 5, 7 burn and poison. Okay, so instead of the healing, it does burn and poison. Interesting. Okay. This is affected by slow for half as long. Okay. Alright, so they're trying to push that one weapon build. Runic Claymore is going to get slowed down a bit. That's a good change. Would have probably liked to seen it a little bit more out of them here. I think the Runic Claymore build is the strongest Karnak build, so would have been nice to see a little bit more. Maybe, no, unfortunately there's no others. I was going to say Pocket Knife would be another one I'd like to see changed a little bit. Max health is up pretty significantly, especially at Diamond. Wild Bear might see some play now. And Wristblade gets cooldown reduction. That's necessary. Wristblade was not a good item. Alright, on to Mac. No longer generates catalysts. Okay, still upgrades a potion. Very nice. Okay. I wonder what they mean by simplified this item to focus on their board roll. Because right now it looks like it got nerfed. Just no longer produce a catalyst. I don't believe that's all that's been done to it though. Black Ice. Looks like its poison is lowered. The Black Ice build, if they went that way, could be pretty strong, so it's good to see that. Blank Slate got nerfed. Okay, interesting. And then Book of Secrets starts at silver. That's a huge nerf for Book of Secrets. Interesting. Laboratory no longer generates catalysts as well. Leeches now has scaling damage on the quality, and then the scaling of the damage is increased in the late game, which is good. I think early game this item was pretty strong, so the fact that it dropped from 20 to 10 at bronze is pretty significant, but then at silver it's evened out, and then in the late game you basically never saw leeches, so now you can see that the damage and scaling improved. So leeches might stick around for a bit longer, especially with a cooldown reduction on top of it. Library no longer affects enemy weapons. Interesting. Okay, that's just a monster nerf for library. Palanquin is only gold and diamond now. Okay. Refractor looks like it got nerfed in the early game. And then scaling also includes haste. Interesting. Okay, so although it's lowered, you can look at haste now. So it might even itself out. And then, of course, in the late game, the scaling is much stronger. Again, similar to the leeches, Refractor is strong in the early game and not so good in the late game. Sky Terror, this is the dragon I was referring to earlier. Or, yeah, gains the vehicle type. It starts at silver. Looks like the damage was buffed and the burn was buffed. And then that also applies to the scaling. So Sky Terror got much stronger. And then on top of that, being able to run this with that new item is going to make Sky Terror build very good, I think. I think that's going to be the meta build for Mac, if I had to guess. I'm certainly going to try to make it work. Strength Potion, they reduced the duration of the 100% crit chance by a full second. I think that's good. A lot of people were kind of cheesing this potion, so it's good to see that that got nerfed a bit. Sword Cane, that picks up the relic type. And then the damage gets increased. Very good. And then Burn, Region, Poison got increased. So across the board, Sword Cane got buffed, which is good. I know that I passed on it a lot. So it's good to see that they're going to try and make that a bit stronger. Alright, Abacus now starts at silver tier. Has cooldown scaling, and then... Oh, they changed it to value in combat. Good. Okay. A lot of people were abusing the Abacus to get a bunch of gold to set them up for the late game. So interesting that they limit it now to value in combat. Dogs requirements got lowered. I think that was a mistake that they increased it before. So it's good to see them revert that. I don't know if they reverted it back to the previous numbers or not, but just seeing that it's 9 less for the final total is pretty significant. Grindstone got a buff. I think that's much needed. Hammock has a static 4-second cooldown now, and its scaling looks to have slightly increased. And it's available at bronze again. Okay. So Hammock could be good. Private Hot Springs picks up the aquatic type, which makes sense, and it freezes for a second less. I think that's necessary. Again, talking about Cheese Pig, they would a lot of times in that early to mid game transition, as they're trying to transition over their items, they would just buy a Private Hot Springs, and that alone would net them a win or two, just because it would freeze so long. So it's good to see that change. The Piggles are now on a 4-second cooldown. That's good. 5 seconds was just too slow. The value gain is up significantly for streaming setup. Okay. I think that's probably a good change. I don't know the last time I saw that in a build, so it'll be good to see that change. Buster. Okay. When all of your items are flying, they stop flying. Oh, this is okay. I'm sorry. So there's a skill called emergency landing. When all of your items are flying, they stop flying. So this is incredible for a start-stop build. Being able to just stop everything from flying. Okay, Buster got nerfed slightly, probably in preparation for that that other item. Hang Glider is now silver tier, which is good for start-stop builds. Damage is the same. Scaling is better. Okay, simplified the scaling now. Triggers on all weapons. Okay. And then the cooldown is the same. We're saying from, but it's the same. It's just that you have the silver edition. Okay. So they simplified. I mean, I don't know why they chose this format for this, but they simplified they reduced the cooldown on hydraulic squeezer at all levels by 1 second. Okay. Okay, reverting this to the start of fight version. Okay, if You have a vehicle, use this at the start of each fight. Okay. That'll be good for those the the ball rollers. I can't remember what they're called. Darn it. The destroy build. Being able to use the start of fight to get that molten ball. No, not molten ball blaster. Shoot. Anyway, the roller. We'll be able to take advantage of this now. So yeah, okay. So they're tweaking the ramming balloon after the rework on it. Okay, so they reduce the cooldown in half. They're increasing the damage with scaling on rarity and increasing the scaling on diamond at least. But it no longer charges, so it's just a flat 4. Interesting. Relay drone got moved to gold tier. Interesting. I don't recall really ever using that. And then Skyliner went from 9-second cooldown to 10 at gold and 8 at diamond. Okay, and then the burns is 5 more at diamond, so they just made it slightly stronger at diamond. Okay. Tethers now can stop multiple items from flying. Okay, and then toolbox. Label with a number of her destroy items. Now it targets the item to the left. Very good. Yeah, because now you can actually destroy an item and then use this to repair it. But now you can actually play toolbox on the board. So I suspect people still won't. At least you have that option available to you. Okay. Vanessa, your item, the Loaded Fury skill, your items have 2, 3, 4 damage for each ammo on your items. So that got reduced at gold and diamond. Arbalist now has reduced damage at silver and increased damage at diamond. And the scaling was improved as well for gold and diamond. Okay, barrel's cooldown got reduced. But it's slightly weaker at bronze. And of course stronger at gold and diamond when it's never played. So that makes sense. Cannonade also charges off of burn item use. Wow, interesting. Okay. Here's probably one of the most necessary nerfs. Flagship got nerfed. And I think that is pretty significant and necessary. Okay. So now they're doing it at the start of each fight rather than the first so many items or times you use an item. I think that's smart. Powder kegs cooldowns reduced at diamond, and then it's just a flat 40%. So if you can figure out a way to repair this, this can be a pretty powerful item. Otherwise, 40% is not bad, but tough to use. Oh wow, rifle's cooldown got reduced. But its scaling also got reduced. Okay, okay. Pretty significantly, in fact. So it's rifle is no longer going to be the early game meta. Yeah, Ramrod's not going to be able to keep up with it now. Okay. Then Scimitar of the Deep. Looks like it gets a buff to its damage, which is good. You know, another item I don't see played very often, so it's good to see that increase. And then lastly, we have Wetware. Looks like it gets to scale up on its shield, and the scaling of shielding is improved at gold and diamond, significantly at diamond. So they're really trying to push for these early game items to be able to stick around longer on the board. So be interested to see how that actually plays out. The initial impression is that you're probably not going to see those stick around still, but you know, we'll see how it works out. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to some games here. Thanks for sticking through those patch notes with me. And we'll go ahead and get some music going as well. You know, as the title says, you know, any advice, any thoughts, any suggestions, definitely welcome. You know, I'm nowhere near an expert on Vanessa, so if anybody has anything that they notice in my gameplay that maybe could be an improvement, or maybe some tips for chat, that'd be great. Love to see that. Alright, so we haven't seen those patch notes yet, so we're still looking at this point for Ramrod plus rifle. So I'm just going to snag at the Jungle Ruins weapon or apparel. Okay, and then we'll go to Valpak, hoping to see the items we're looking for. Here's the Ramrod. And then I always like to pick up the 1 gold items, just because it's free. If I ever run Orange Julian, then it's just, you know, free damage added later. Life Preserver is basically a second life hero or health pool for me, so I am interested in it. But I think I'm actually going to pass and forego that for a reroll. And we do pick up a double barrel, which is a good item with the Ramrod. And we'll go ahead and pick up that powder horn. And in this case, I also want to pick up the star chart, just because it's on discount, and we can get ready for that. Now, any of these 3 are okay, though none of them are excellent for Vanessa. So I'm just going to go for the Viper, because there's some ways that you could take advantage of the lash out. You can get something like the first time you poison freeze, something along those lines. So if you can start the match off with a freeze, really disrupt the timing of your opponent's boards, that can go a long way. So hopefully we pick up that skill. If not, you know, both fangs could be useful. Gland is always useful. And of course we picked the one item that isn't useful for us. So that's just kind of the way it goes, I guess. We'll go ahead and move on here. Look at our gold situation. I think I am going to reroll, hoping for a rifle. Don't pick up a rifle, but I do see a revolver, so I'll go ahead and pick that up. And now, in this situation, I do generally like enchanted items for Vanessa, especially if you can high roll them. We do see an icy pet rock. While pet rock itself isn't necessarily very strong, getting icy on it could be pretty significant, especially if we can always pick up something to transform it later. Plus it gives us the friend, which pays off right here with Tiny Furry Monster. So we will take, in this situation, you know, left-handed is good early game. Deadly Eye is kind of always useful. So I think I actually prefer the crit chance here. Alright, we face a day 1 Pygmalion. Pygmalion, generally speaking, is weaker in the early game, stronger in the late game. So we should be able to pick up a win here. And with 30% crit chance, 35 on that guy there, looking pretty good. And of course, we're building up our crit chance every time we reload here. And indeed, we do pick up a pretty easy day 1 win. Very nice. Suppose that's what he gets for using our carpet. Alright, again, we can still look for a rifle here, so we'll go to Mattel, looking for a rifle. Don't get it, but we do see a Ramrod upgrade. Just looking at what we have and what we might do in the future. Don't really have an identity for what we're doing when we level up. So I'm actually going to hold off on the upgrade and save that gold for a reroll. Alright, we'll go ahead and just move on here.
That's Paul. You might have
None of these options are really great for us, so I'm going to just take the strange mushroom and get a free silver friend. Hoping it's something good. That's not bad. We could be looking to go into like a jet bike build or something along those lines. So we'll look at that. Considering whether or not I can beat the other right, I don't know that I can. So I'm just going to take the easy fight with Coconut Crab. Now picking up the hard shell skill is pretty strong. So that's what we'll be looking for. Everything else is just kind of whatever. Alright. Like I said, pretty easy monster fight there.
Was that even a battle? Maybe a
And we pick up a Crusher Claw. Generally kind of tough to take advantage of. Now we could consider going to Nautica and picking up some aquatic items. Not really the build that we're looking for, so I think I'm going to take advantage of the fact that we have Tiny Furry Monster here to pick up another skill. And we actually pick up a silver skill. Reduce the cost of rerolls, which is significant. We get 10 gold there. Go ahead and look at these other options: ammo, loot, or bronze. 10 gold is just too good to pass up on, especially in this early game here. So we'll take that, move on to Ayla, and hope for the best here. We get a cooldown, or I'm sorry, a cost reduced Shark Claws. So I'm going to go ahead and snag that. I do like Narwhal in general. So at 2 gold, I'm going to go ahead and just pick that up as well. No need for a javelin. Let's go ahead and re-roll. It only costs 1. Let's go ahead and upgrade our pet rock here. And in this situation, I'm going to just sell this Crusher Claw. I don't think there's ever a situation where we run that. I'm going to pick up the shurikens just in case we look to go the ammo build. Then we can take advantage of that. There is some consideration to run it, though at 8 seconds I just don't think it's worth it for that little of damage. Let's see. Yeah, as long as you punch through this. So generally how I like to look at it, Bellas, is hopefully I'm saying that right, is I generally don't like to try and take on the other right unless I myself have either a truckload of damage. Like if I had the rifle there, I would definitely go for it. Or I need some sort of shield or healing myself. Something to kind of offset the little bit of damage that she puts out. Looks like they've got Rifle Ramrod. Gonna be a tough matchup for us. Yeah. Alright, we take that one on the nose. Move on. Okay. Now we have a curio option, though curio generally is just to upgrade the board that we have. I'm not really feeling too confident in the board that we have. So even B1, B2 feels a little sketchy. We could just take a small aquatic item. I don't know. Again, I don't really know the identity of our build yet. I'm just kind of feeling it out. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and just take the B1, B2 because it's a free upgrade. And in this case, I'm going to put it on the double barrel. Double the damage of that item there. And let's move on to Sylvia, see if maybe she can give us better direction here. Grenade is decent, especially if we're going to go the ammo build. But generally you want more ammo if you are going that ammo build. We'll move on. Could pick up Crow's Nest and look to try and set up a 1-weapon build. First of all, the 1-weapon builds aren't generally that strong. Unless you get something like the submarine. And 2, I mean, picking it up this early and using up all our gold in hopes that we can get that just seems like kind of a Hail Mary, and I don't think we're in a position for a Hail Mary right now, so we're just going to let that go. I don't think that we're strong enough to take on the giant mosquito. We could take on the frost reach challenger, though there isn't much to gain from that. I do like the idea of the overbearing teacher, especially since we already have 2 skills. So I'm gonna just take the overbearing teacher, hoping that we can get the teachable moment skill.
Beat it into you. Someone just earned a lot of extra homework.
And we pick up a raffle ticket. Now, I generally don't have great luck with these, but we'll go to Barcoon and see how much we can sell it for. We're guaranteed 1, hopefully more. We get 6 total, so it went for 5. Middle of the road, can't complain. Alright, so since we're at Barcoon, I'm going to go ahead and sell off all these small items that I don't want. Again, I'm contemplating hanging on to these 3. Let's see what Barcoon has for us. That might tell us what we do with them. Okay, we don't pick up anything really great here. I'll go ahead and take the Ramrod upgrade. It's only 4 gold. We have plenty of gold right now.
I made a sale.
And in this situation, I'm considering also snagging the Cutlass and looking to go like a fast weapon build. You know, right now we don't have anything to put in the slot when we upgrade here in just a moment. I mean, at least nothing great. So picking up that Cutlass can work well with the Shark Claws, so I'll go ahead and just grab that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and let these guys go in hopes to get better versions of them later. Not sure about the flying fish. We'll let it go as well.
Ride that tide.
Alright. So again, not really sure on the build. We could go with a random silver tier item. I don't generally like taking that just because you have no idea what you're going to get. It most likely is going to just result in 2 gold for you. Whereas if you take a B1, B2, even if you're upgrading an item that you don't plan to keep, that's also 2 gold. So we'll just do that. Alright, we could look at some friends. Though right now the only friend we really care about is Pet Rock, and she's not a great one. We could look at Gumballs. Again, you know, the only thing we'd be wanting there really is crit chance. And we could take 8 regen, which is nothing to scoff at. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the regen here, make this board a little bit stronger, in hopes to pick up a win against this Mac.
My fight isn't with
So
you.
far they're undefeated, so hopefully we can pick up a win here.
In 100 years when you are dust, I will remain.
These are gonna hurt.
You are merely
Ah,
a step on
man,
the
we were
ladder I
close.
must climb.
We were close. Alright. So now we're on day 4, days 4 through 7. That's when we can take advantage of the star chart to get that hidden event at the docks. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that. I'm going to go to Midsworth here. We have lots of gold. Let's see what we can possibly pick up. I am going to snag this nesting doll if we go ammo build. And then buying chum is always free. I don't know how many times I say it, but I always love to buy chum. It's free, so you may as well. Okay, we could go Nufu, but again, we don't know the direction of our build still. So I don't know that getting a skill is really going to help us. I suppose we could let the skill dictate our direction, but I'd rather let our items dictate the build. So let's go to JJ, see what we might get here. Switchblade falls into that fast weapon category again. So we'll go ahead and pick that up, and now we're hoping to see something like a katana. We don't see a katana, unfortunately. None of these items really are useful. So we'll just go ahead and move on here. We have no defense, so taking on the Flame Juggler is just throwing away experience and gold. And either of these are beatable for us, though neither are really excellent. Trying to remember what this skill does here. Yeah, we don't have any heal or shield. And your slowed items, that could just be generally good against a slow build. Though they're not very common. I think I'm just going to take the Worry Wart. If nothing else, we get 1 more gold this way.
Pathetic. As spineless as a jellyfish.
Alright, and we pick up the Worry Wart. So I don't think we'll want to run it. Here's the docks where we can get that hidden bonus option for us. Over leveling on Vanessa is probably the most powerful thing you can do, so trying to do that as much as possible is the way to go in my opinion. Since it is 1 less to reroll, I'm going to go ahead and reroll here now. And, you know, I don't think that we're going to have 5 or fewer. That would be good otherwise. So I think I'm just going to take the supply cache for a way to help us out on our econ. We could get a tool. Gumballs I don't think are worthwhile. I think in this situation going to Barcoon selling this stuff, even though this was free before, this is a great reason of why I buy it. Now we can go to Barcoon, and if we sell both, we actually make 2 gold off of that purchase. And then if we get something like Cove off of Barcoon, we make even more in that situation. Now we could look at Captain's Quarters. Don't think it's worthwhile in our build here. And if this were silver, then I'd consider the Marlin. But I'm going to go ahead and just roll on that. And we see an Orange Julian and a rifle. Orange Julian is nothing like it used to be. Definitely not nearly as strong, though not terrible. So I am considering it. Let's get the easy purchase out of the way. We'll go ahead and do that real quick. And now in this situation, I'm going to sell the Chum, but I actually think I'm going to hang on to the Piranha in hopes to pick up Tortuga later. Let's go ahead and sell the Revolver here. And I don't really think I want to go the ammo build, so I'm just going to sell that back. Now we're looking at basically 40 damage on the Orange Julian versus the 20 that this offers. You know, the difference being that this also gets the 20 damage, so it's dealing damage, whereas Orange Julian is only adding damage to the other weapons. If we go Orange Julian, we'd have to take our Icy Pet Rock out. And even though it's only freezing for half a second, I think I do want to hang on to that for a bit longer, so we'll hold off on the Orange Julian. Maybe we'll look at it again if we see one that's gold or higher. I really do wish that this probably should have actually swapped the double barrel and the rifle now that I'm looking at it. That's a slight mistake. Hopefully we don't get punished for it. Wow, they're already on gold on the Crook. That's scary. And they have their first 2 quests done on the dog. This is very strong. The one plus side for us is that they don't have anything with money furnace or cash register, so we end up getting the win, even though we maybe didn't deserve it there. Alright, again, you know, I would like to look at the tools, but I like over leveling too much, so we're going to go ahead and work as a navigator again. And go ahead and make this change real quick before I forget again. I do think, because, you know, this fires twice every 4 seconds, so effectively every 2 seconds, whereas this fires every 3 seconds, so this is going to get better utilization of the Switchblade. At least in theory. We pick up a raffle ticket. We'll hold on to that for a moment. Let's see what Kina has for us. I don't think the other options are great. Wanted poster again falls into that category of wanting to overlevel, so we'll go ahead and put that in. And let's re-roll because it's only 1 gold. I mean, none of these items are terrible. We just don't have the build to utilize them, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass on them. We could take on the mod squad, but we're not really going a friend build right now. We are considering the Tortuga, so we could go for something like the Beautiful Friendship. But in case we don't go that route, getting something like Counter-Strike I think is just better, so we'll just go that route. And then Counter-Strike obviously still works with Tortuga as well.
Swarm come for you. Swarm sting forever.
It's always funny how when you fight monsters you crit like crazy. And then you go to fight someone and it sure seems like you can't ever get a crit. Go ahead and get this worry ward out of here. Hoping to see a Midsworth, but that's okay. We could get 3 gold, 2 gold and a loot item, or a silver tier item. I think I'm going to just take the 2 gold and a loot item, hoping for something like experience. Pick up another butterfly wing. Alright, and then we'll go to Mattel here.
I'm pretty laid back.
We get an upgrade on the rifle, we'll take it.
Toss that on my back, and I'll trot it to your door.
Go ahead and roll. And there's the katana that we were hoping for before. Though I don't think we can really take advantage of it now. I think I'm going to go ahead and just reduce the cooldown of the shark claws. We're down to 5.6 on that. Not terrible. I probably should have held off on that though, just in case we ran into another Barcoon. I don't know that I want to upgrade the skills that we have. I'm still trying to find that direction for our build, so I'm going to go to Andy, hoping that he helps us with that. Picking up something like dive weights could be really significant for us in the future, so I'll snag that now. And these really just aren't very useful. I'm going to go ahead and sell this just to make a little extra room. We get 9 gold on that one. Wow, that's really good. Alright, and this build is okay. We're taking on a 3-win Vanessa, so could be a bit challenging. We'll see how it goes.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Lago.
Looking like a decently strong build here with the dive weights torpedo. We need to kill her
Next time,
fast.
boys,
There we go.
less blunder,
Very
more
nice.
plunder.
Alright, pick up our 3rd win there. Okay, so we could just take a random small non-weapon, or we can see what kind of apparel we can pick up. I don't know what sort of apparel outside of dive weights we would really want here. But we'll take a look.
You look fine, but let's
If we had a friend build, Spike Collar would be pretty interesting. I don't think it's worth re-rolling for, so we'll go ahead and leave here.
Some days are for
And
slugs.
as much as I want to see Ayla, I could take 2 experience, or I could take the 1. I think I'm going to take the 2 here.
Take the tyrant's whole kingdom.
We actually pass on the docks, oddly enough. I do really like the iron sharpens iron, so we'll take that, and we're actually going to swap the order of these to better utilize it. Obviously, I would prefer to get it on double barrel, but I want to still be able to take advantage of the switchblade with two weapons. Alright, I don't think we can beat the Lich, so we'll go to Foundation Weeper. Biggest thing we're looking for here is the ticket. Getting that Temple Expedition ticket could be good for us. Exposing Toxins could be good if we pick up poison on an item later.
You must war for your people. Stay
There's those crits we were talking about again. some bandages. That's exactly what we were hoping for, I'm sure. We could go to Curio, look to upgrade our board. I think I'm going to take a risk on the Mountain Pass, though. And we get 20 gold and an XP. Very nice. Again, don't necessarily care about upgrading these skills. See what Kina has for us. Now, this offers 15% crit chance, same as our Pet Rock. But with our Pet Rock, we obviously also get the damage and, in this case, a slight bit of freeze. So we'll hold off on that. Not going friend build, so we'll leave those alone. Again, get offered Crow's Nest. Don't think we're going to utilize it. So we'll go ahead and just sell off a couple things here. And I don't think we're going to take advantage of that cutlass, but we'll be okay leaving the space as is. We'll move on. And fight Woowa, who has not won yet. But, as I said before, Pygmalion's very strong in the late game, so could be a threat to us now that we're transitioning into that mid game here. Cash Cannon's getting strong, so is their Money Furnace, so we'll need to kill fast, because that burn's going to hurt. Yeesh, getting crit by that Cash Cannon was not good for us. Yeah, we still make it, thank goodness. And it's good that we crit on our last hit there. We definitely needed that crit, I'm sure. Alright, pick up a 4th win, very nice. And we get a level here as well. I don't think that we're going the ammo build, so I don't necessarily want to go that route. I'm going to go crit, just because that's universally pretty good. These crit options aren't great, so I'm going to go ahead and reroll. And we could go with just rightmost, but I don't think that's the way we want this, so we're going to just take Honed Arsenal. Going for the most neutrally good options here. Let's go ahead and get the last docks out of the way here. Now, if we see a Midsworth, we could just sell that Star Chart off. No longer need it.
What's up? Come on in.
Oh, don't need the Astrolabe. That's the other option. If you don't get Star Chart, you can pick up Astrolabe. Don't like any of these options, so we'll go ahead and move on. We are certainly not strong enough to take on a Radiant Corsair. So let's go ahead and just take on the Treasure Turtle, I suppose. This is another opportunity for a ticket. The Lucky Clover is actually probably the best item we could pick up, however. Very nice.
It's over already. We barely got off live.
Alright, get a bag of jewels. That's not bad. I think Ayla's worth visiting, so we'll go ahead and check out what she's got for us. And she has a Tortuga. This is kind of what we were holding on to the Piranha for, so I'm certainly interested in that. I'm going to let go of this Cutlass to buy that Tortuga.
And when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside
And we will roll, hoping to see more friends. We do see a Narwhal. Let's go ahead and just let go of that med kit. Make room for the Narwhal here.
Make me proud.
How much are we getting? 2 additional damage for each weapon? We'll hold off. We could pick up another fight here. I think that's a better option than Curio and the Workshop currently. We'll go ahead and take on a fight. We get the Wild Man. Okay. Unfortunately, the Wild Man doesn't really have anything great for us other than the pelt, I suppose. The Frontier Living can be decent. It's another econ option for us. But really, nothing great here. Just an opportunity to get some more gold and experience. So that allows us to get that over level in before the fight. And we do pick up the Frontier Living, so we'll need to make sure we have 2 spaces available every time we level up. Get a gold tier ammo item, a loot item. I'm going to go for just a gold tier item. hoping that it's something that I can utilize with the Tortuga. Fortunately, it's not. Let's go and just sell off the star chart here. Pick that up, and we'll just turn around and sell it. Alright. So we're not quite ready for the Tortuga transition. As you can see, we've got 5 of our 10 slots covered with these items. What we're really hoping for is to pick up another chum and potentially more piranhas. Take on this Karnak here now. Forgot to look to see how many wins he had. I think I saw 2.
Forests untaken would eat you alive.
No, 3. Okay. And looking at this build, it does seem like it could be a decent build. We'll see how we do here. And the fact that they're already on a diamond waystone is pretty scary. Yeah, looks like we lose this one. Alright. Take another loss here. But we are finding a direction with Tortuga, so that's promising. Alright, hopefully JJ can help us out.
Come on in. Let's chat.
He doesn't help us out here. But picking up the fishing net could be really good for us, so I think I'm going to go ahead and snag that. We'll sell these off. Raffle gives us 3 out of 10. Low rolled that one. That's okay though. See what else we get. Mantis shrimp is not worth picking up for the Tortuga. Go to Ayla. Again, looking for ideally small friends, but friends would be nice. Go ahead and roll here. No luck there. Alright. I don't think we're strong enough to take on the dragon. So we're looking at Infernal Frigate or Cloud Top Officer. Looking at the Cloud Top Officer, there's nothing we want here. Even this isn't really useful because we're not doing a fly build. And then looking here, we could get a ticket or the burn. Those could be useful. The rest is kind of useless to us, but at least there's some use here. And again, at the very least, we can get an extra gold on this fight. So we'll take this one here. Oh, perfect. We froze the item that's out of ammo. That's alright. We get the win anyway. And we get one of the items we were looking at. It's not anything significant, but it's not bad. Let's see what Tortuga does with the slow here. He slows 3 items. Whereas if we take the turbo, he hastes for 2 seconds instead of just 1. Don't think either of those options are great for us. So I think in this situation I will take the haste, but I think I'm just actually going to put it on the narwhal. The narwhal is not really there to deal damage with a Tortuga build. It's really just there to get everything else going, charge that Tortuga as much as we can. Getting 5 gold at this point really isn't significantly useful. Jewels could offer us some damage increase on our weapons, which wouldn't be bad. Or we can take increased max health. If we're looking for a win right now, which we kind of are, then Jules is the play. Otherwise, we could go to Kina. I don't know that Kina is a great option, so we're going to go here. And I'm not sure which of these 2 options is better, if it's 25 damage increase or 320 health. Both seem useful here. Obviously, this one's not any use to us. I think I'm going to go with the health here, though. Boy, that's tough. The key source of our damage is the rifle, and getting that to crit as much as possible. So actually, let's just go there. We'll go with the increased damage. Or I'm sorry, increased health. Alright, we could upgrade one of these items. I think looking at Mattel and hopefully picking up another friend here would be significant. We'll take the Ramrod to win right now. Again, we aren't planning to hold on to it. But we're in a good enough spot with our economy that we can do that. And now in this situation, we're in a bit of a tough spot. I think what I'm actually going to do is swap these out. Because we need room for 1, 2, 3 items. And I kind of want the Marlin. So maybe we actually do just make that transition now. Kind of awkward. Especially since we just bought the ramrod, but I think that is potentially the better play here. So let's just do that. Here, I'm going to sell these before I talk myself out of it.
I used to offer a free ride home, but people thought it was
And we'll put this guy over here. Fastest crit chance item there. And this is the one piece that's out of place. This one isn't necessarily ideal, but still useful for this build. Unfortunately, upgrading this doesn't do us any good. We're just utilizing it for extra experience, so we'll just hold off on that. Way too late to pick up a Long John. I think the Long John in general is just a meme anyway, so we'll move on. Take on a 6-win Mac here. So they are on a pretty good build. If I had to guess, this is probably some sort of potion build or crit build.
Why must we do this? Death laughs at us both.
Looks like I'm wrong, as I very often am. They are actually a regen build. Must have built this quickly. And I don't think we can beat this build.
Time is
Not a
long,
chance.
but I have none left
Okay.
for you.
So it looks like we're going to second chance mode now, which is unfortunate. But we will take the enchant, hoping for, there we go, some sort of heal. So I really like defensive enchantments on offensive weapons and offensive enchantments on defensive items.
I'm on the edge of
I don't know if that's right or not, but I definitely like that setup. All right, we will go visit Midsworth, see what we can pick up here. Have fun with a boulder build, but we'll stick with our Tortuga build here. Don't find anything significantly useful, so we'll just get through this. 25% crit chances, not bad. What we're really looking to do is try and take advantage of the Tortuga to crit as much as possible, deal as much damage as possible, and see if we can get our wins that way. So definitely a lot of thought and consideration going into the Corzina crest. I think I will pick it up. We'll see. We'll see about that. Now we'll go to Andy. Hopefully he has something useful for us. We could go the throwing knives and look to try and go with that meme build, but I don't know. It's on discount. I'll go ahead and take it. Increases the damage that this thing's going to deal, so not opposed. Now in this situation, I really should have sold that at the last vendor. I wasn't thinking. I'm going to go ahead and take these, get a little extra damage out. Might even hang on to this in case we do go with the throwing knives. I don't know that we're strong enough to take on a lost hero. Maybe we are. Yeah, let's go for it.
Where is the lich?
I think we can do it.
I know you serve him.
I have faith.
Ah! Egad!
Ouch.
Ah! Egad! Your reign of terror
Oof.
ends
wins today.
Just too slow. We are way too slow. I thought we were faster than that. That's unfortunate. Alright, I'm gonna go haste skills here. Just because Tortuga haste. Hoping to get something that is like on haste freeze or... Yeah, there you go. Or first 5 times you crit. Interesting. I don't think we crit frequently enough to take advantage of that yet. I'll just take care of... I'll take the freeze. We're obviously slow, so if we can slow our opponents down as well, that might be good. I'd really like to take the experience here, but we might need to actually go to Ayla, see if we can pick up some upgrades and maybe some additional friends here. So let's see. Alright, we get the vampiric squid. That could be useful for us.
Come back and tell me.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the shark claws out of the way. We'll get this in. And I think we'll put the switchblade in here. No, I think it's actually better to put the Corzina crest in. And maybe perhaps instead of the dive weights, we put that in. We'll do it this way. Okay. Go ahead and roll here for only 1 gold. Don't find anything useful here. Move on. And hope the Toxiclox maybe has an upgrade on Tortuga for us. He does not, fortunately. Hasting I don't think is going to be significant. We could take Mr. Richardson just as a form of defense for us. Don't know how good that's going to end up being. I think we need something. We're just too slow, and I don't think the Switchblade's offering enough. So we can hope that the scaling on Mr. Richardson is fast enough. Go ahead and sell this raffle ticket off. We got 9 on that one. That's pretty good. Yeah, we aren't going to hang on to that pet rock anymore, but maybe we could transform it. We're looking at 1, 2, 3 items. We got 3 slots. All right, let's move on and hope for the best here. Going up against a 5-win pig. All right, so this could be a tough one. You know, generally they have high health totals, so trying to get through that amount of health on our build when it's pretty slow with no real scaling is scary. Yeah, and they're scaling, hopefully not too quickly for us, but it's looking like they might be. And indeed it is. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we just couldn't find the pieces for Tortuga fast enough.
All of this is
All
just
right.
training. Our real fight is on Pelago.
I mean, maybe you guys can tell me what you think of the Tortuga builds, if they're good enough to go into or not. You know, I definitely, you know, as I said at the beginning, I don't feel in any way that I'm an expert at Vanessa, so I don't know that that's the right call. I may have made a mistake by trying to do that, but we'll move on here.
Enjoy the thrill of battle.
A rifle. Now we hope for something like a double barrel. Grape shots, useful. But I think bolas are probably
Go make
better.
some more stories, then come back and
I'll take
tell
the
me.
grape shot as well, sure. Now we're hoping for a ramrod. Don't find it here. We'll hold off on rolling.
That decision comes from a negative place.
How much damage do we have here? We have 20, 40, 60, 90, 120, 150. I don't think we have enough. Can't recall if that's enough for him or not. We'll go the Viper. And I do know that his life total is 100, but he regens, and I can't remember how much he regens and if it's fast enough to beat or not. So I'll just take the one I know that we can win. Hopefully JJ has a ramrod for us. No luck there. I think it's worth a reroll to try. Don't see it there. Again, I usually prefer to take the enchanted item. Looks like we pick up a upgrade and Mossy on our grape shot. I think that's worth picking up. Mattel can certainly give us a ramrod. Don't see it here, and I think it is going to be worth rolling for. Ah, that's unfortunate. We don't pick up the ramrod. Let's just go ahead and go shovel and concede to the fact that we're all but certainly going to lose this first one.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist, we're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Looks like they probably have the rifle ramrod. Indeed they do. So if we lose this one, that's unfortunate.
Lamb legs make you predictable. You move in straight lines.
Alright, and we just move on from that. Brush that off our shoulder. Continue to look for a ramrod here.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back.
Instead, we see a double barrel and a carving fork. I think we just roll here. There's our ramrod.
Just toss that on my back, and I'll trot it to your door.
Go. Now we've got to build again. I don't think it's worth selling to upgrade. Oh, actually, we don't have enough to sell to upgrade, so let's forget about it. We'll move on, take a small weapon here. Got rock again. And I don't generally like taking on Calico. I don't feel like any of these items, I mean, the crash site ticket could be nice. But generally speaking, the rest of this just isn't really worth going for. Tough fight. So I'd rather just take a much easier fight that has really any of these items are useful. This is the least useful item, the concealed dagger here. Maybe the covetous raven, but and we pick up the shadowed cloak. Not bad. Alright, I don't think we want to invest in friends. No treats that we're looking for, so we'll just take a random item here. Lucky Clover, that's a good pickup. Okay, we can get 7 gold, an aquatic item, 2 gold in the loot, or bronze. We'll just take the 7 gold, that's pretty good. And I'm going to put the cloak in, and we'll swap these here. That'll allow this to go off roughly every 3 seconds, keeping up with the ramrod. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go this route. We're going to put the grape shot there. We can get more regen this way. This will also do better at keeping up with these items reloading. And it just deals more damage. Making our item that deals more damage than the bolas faster is probably better. Alright, we'll go to the jungle ruin, see what kind of weapon we can get. Okay, this is a good one. We are certainly looking at a we're looking at an ammo build right now. Got some good ammo items right now. We're going up against the Zero Wind Vanessa.
Go ahead. Underestimate me.
Hopefully that means they're trying to put together something that just hasn't hit yet.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
This looks like a cannon, ramrod, and they have a dart launcher on the other side. Okay. I will assume that we're going to be strong enough here. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, good. That was close.
Put it toward nobler use.
Very nice. Pick up a win on day 2. Let's go for an upgrade on the Shadowed Cloak. That gives us several options. This will keep the Grape Shot in haste now. We could go fast item build with it. Gives us more damage. In fact, every time this goes off, or every other time it goes off, it'll increase the regen by 1 now, so that's nice. We could go with aquatic items, though the only aquatic item I would really be wanting right now is dive weights. Or we could just take 4 gold. I'm going to just take the 4 gold here. We might be strong enough to take on the Mutant Baker, but he's pretty tough. I don't think it's worth it. Tempest Bravo, I mean, he's got some good items. We could try to high roll into the Snowstorm, though I don't see us really taking advantage of Icy. We'll just go with the Tempest Bravo.
The flame, then the steel.
And we could do something like pick up a Fiery Cutlass, put it with the Shadowed Cloak. That's a good combo. Indeed, that's what we get. Okay, let's go to Mattel, see what she has.
I want what's right for you.
Offering a katana. So now we're looking at a fast weapon build. This is what I'm saying. It's really hard to figure out the identity of a Vanessa build a lot of times. I don't think Blowtorch is going to be worth keeping. We're also going to make room by getting rid of that. We'll take the katana, roll, and see what else we might pick up here. And wetware could be excellent here. So in that situation, we certainly are looking at a fast weapon build. So I don't know that we're quite ready for it. Go ahead and get rid of the extract. Just make room for this wetware. We'll level up. And let's see, I believe this gives us more damage, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So we'll take an upgrade on that.
I say thoroughly tested. They don't make these like they used to.
And we could pick up a ticket here. Losing out on this grape shot's kind of tough. We'll go to Andy, see what we get here. Okay. That's an excellent pickup. Go ahead and roll. And not useful for us. Okay, so we've picked up a different identity going up against a 0-win pig. That's good for us. Hopefully it's a money furnace build that just hasn't quite built up enough yet. That it looks like they're maybe trying to go for like a heal square build. All right, pick up our second win there. Very good. Oh, they're already on 16. Pretty impressive. All right. Hope that Sylvia can offer us something good here.
But my gossip is worth more.
Don't think the cauterizing blade is worth picking up. I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now. Go ahead and roll here and just see what else we could pick up. Switchblade I think is better than the carving fork, so is it better? Also better than the honing steel, so actually just swap that.
Quark Fable gave that to me.
Oh, we'll run it like
on our
that.
first date.
Alright, let's see what Mattel has for us. Hopefully some upgrades.
All about moderation.
Not the upgrades we're looking for, but I will take a shovel upgrade here.
I like the exercise.
Now we're really hoping to find a Star Charge or an Astrolabe because we're on day 4 now. I'm gonna go ahead and sell off this junk just to clear out some space. Going up against Prince Marianas as a fast weapon build is kind of asking to die. You know, they have, they have the gold electric eels, which charges on item use, so that's really tough for us. So let's just go with the simple one.
Too much gold.
I mean, the boots are the only thing we're not hoping for here. Everything else is pretty good.
The Lord of the Wastes would like you.
Of course, that's what we pick up. Okay. And sadly, we don't have Star Charger and Astrolabe, so we'll see what
My
Ayla
battle
has
days
for
are
us.
over, but my weapons crave more.
Not going to do us any good. Let's go ahead and roll. Hoping for an upgrade. We aren't looking to upgrade that rifle right now.
I sense something blocking your power.
Picking up
Let's get
10 damage
There are a
is
lot of steps in the
good.
staircase,
Go ahead and take that.
but it's beautiful up there.
Now, if we're going to stick with this fast weapon build, skills are really important to us. So I think that's actually the route we're going to go over the random items with JJ. And we pick up probably, if not the best skill, one of the best skills that we could have for a fast weapon build, which is tempering. And now we're going up against a 3-win pig. So they are undefeated. Let's see how this
My
goes.
fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
My people believe in peace. Boring!
And they're just going random small items plus Pickles launcher. That's strong. See if it's strong enough.
Next time I'll show
Just
you
barely
what I
isn't.
learned from this.
Just get there in time. Tempering came in clutch there for us. Alright, upgrading these only increases the base damage. Which not even showing here. That's funny. But it only increases the base damage, so I don't know that it's overly useful. Whereas, you know, upgrading something like Switchblade or Wetware will be helpful for us. Oh, nice. We picked up a piggy bank. So I think I'm going to go here hoping for something like that. I'm going to save our gold. We're hurting a little bit on the economy, so
Then if you don't mind,
roll here.
I'll get back to my Pelago.
We'll take
apartment.
another
Welcome
look
in,
at
huh?
Mattel now.
What can I get you?
I don't think it's worth... Well... Yeah, let's hold off on the reroll here. How much do we have? 2, 4, 6. We'll reroll. And we do see a Cutlass upgrade. We'll go ahead and take that.
I used to offer a free ride home.
No,
but
getting
people
10 more
don't.
base damage is nothing to scoff at. Okay, now Trash Town Mare. We pick up the augmented weaponry would be incredibly strong for us. Augmented defenses could be at least somewhat useful for us. Crash site ticket's excellent. And these sell for decent gold, so really a good fight here. Plus it's pretty easy.
Security?
And we do pick up the augmented weaponry. Wow, I'm glad we made that decision to go into fast weapons so early. Really paying off for us now. I don't know what other skills we'd really be looking for here, so I think I'm going to hold off on the skills. No, that's not true. I'll go to Nufu.
This world is full of noise.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. We're just shy of the noisy cricket. Yeah, none of these options are great. I think I'm going to hold off.
Now this is how you win the
We
war.
can get 7 gold, 2 gold and a loot item, or a silver item. We're hurting in the economy, so I'm going to take the 7 gold now. And let's go ahead and take on another fight here. This will make up for the fact that we didn't pick up the Star Charter Astrolabe. This is a pretty tough fight for us to take, but I think we're fast enough. Wow, actually, not very hard at all. We are fast enough indeed.
Was that even a battle? Maybe a skirmish.
Alright. Hey, that'll help our economy. Same with the piggy bank. We're really getting lucky on those. Alright, taking on another 3-win Vanessa. And it looks like they're probably in the same boat as us, though they are a level ahead of us already. That's scary.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Hopefully
You
that
should know,
overlevel
I'm
means
a
that they
bit
don't
of
have a
legend
strong
on
board.
Lago.
They do have a large item, and they have a way to freeze and give poison with it. Yeah, looks like they're going with the Haste Friends build, which is pretty strong in the early game, but it's just not going to be fast enough for us.
Another round.
Very nice. Alright, on to day 6 now. I'm not looking to transform anything. 12 region is nice, though not great. I think we're just going to look for some other weapons here. I think I want to take this repeater, because that's one of the pieces that you need for that that infinite build, or near infinite build. We'll go ahead and take that and hang on to it for a later time. We'll sell some stuff off here. Unfortunately, didn't hit on this guy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, go 5, 6. Yeah, we'll go ahead and sell the shovel off. Make a slot here for us. Let's go ahead and roll. Nothing we want there. Alright. I think I'm going to go for Nufu and more skills again. Nothing useful here. Let's go ahead and roll. We can get an upgrade on tempering. Go ahead and do that. That doubles the damage increase for us. And we should be plenty strong enough to take on the Lone Shark, so we'll go ahead and do that now. Now, getting something like Power Broker would be very useful. ATM could also be nice. The rest, not so great.
I believe this is called delaying the inevitable.
Right? We get the Shark Claws. Okay, we get 16 gold. I'll go ahead and sell it there.
Rally, men! Blades to the wind!
Alright, we'll go ahead and work on our health, because right now that's going to be our main source of defense. The wetware is doing some work, but I really think that the health total is really where it's at. Flagship is an excellent item. We just don't quite have the pieces to support it right now, but I think it's good enough that I'm going to purchase it, especially at discount, and hope to find the pieces to make it better. We'll go ahead and take an upgrade on the katana. Doesn't hurt.
Enjoy your purchase.
We'll move on here. Let's go to Andy and see if maybe we can find the pieces to help that build. So he wants tool, property, friend, ammo, or relic. We could go with powder horn for the tool with repeater, though repeater's not the best. But I am going to buy the powder horn, hoping for a different ammo item. I mean, grape shot is an ammo item. Could go that route. Then we would have tool, ammo item. And then we're missing property, friend, and relic. Let's go ahead and buy the grape shot. Again, not the best. I forgot that we get 20 health on these now. So I'll go ahead and buy these, sell them. We're also getting increased damage when we sell, so excellent.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Mind if my crew films this for the show?
Okay. Now, are they over-leveled? They are not. They've managed to get a good amount of health. They're running a tool build. Interesting. I think we're going to be fast enough to beat this as well. Oh my goodness, they came through.
Over dinner.
Darn it. We were one tick off. Look at that. Had the shield come through. It's just a split hair too slow. Alright. I think as much as I want the XP, I think we need to continue to look for pieces to help here. Though I don't know that we're going to find what we want at Ayla. Yeah, let's just take the experience. Again. Alright. I'm getting tempted too much. Let's just let the flagship happen naturally, and we'll just continue on our game plan of the fast weapons, over level, do the best we can here. Very nice. Get a level there.
It's over already. We barely got off lag. Let's
Get a
take the
gland.
tyrant's whole kingdom.
Solid. Go with gold tier skills here. When you haste a weapon, it gains 10. That's incredible. Go ahead and sell the gland real quick, and then we'll take on Big. Big has his championship belt, which is incredible for a fast weapon build. Or flagship, either way. Flagship is essentially just a fast weapon.
Maybe I need your training course.
Now we don't pick that up, but we do pick up workout routine. I don't think that we have any tool. Oh, we have one tool in currently. We'll see if we can take advantage of that. Alright, let's see if Kina can help us out here. Looking for a friend. Not the friend we're looking for. Property, relic. Again, not necessarily the friend we're looking for.
You're listening to your needs.
Hey, let's see what kind of tech items we might be able to find here. We'll take the crypto for some econ. 3 golds worth of reroll. Just not worth it. Okay. We'll move on. Taking on a 4-win Karnok. Like they got their wins or their losses a little bit earlier. So they're going to be a little bit stronger. Hopefully we're strong enough to take them on though.
If I knock you down quickly, you might be safe.
And really, in this situation, picking up the streamline weapon was a huge pickup for us. That's going to go a long way with the damage on this cutlass. It looks like it was enough to get that win for us. Very nice. Okay. Now we'll look for some.
You don't have time not to buy this.
Something a little better here. I still don't want the catfish. Let's go ahead and roll. We see a Tortuga. I don't think the Tortuga is the way we're going here.
Wholesale, my boy.
A weapon, 2 gold and a loot item, or a gold tier item. I think in this situation I'm pretty happy with the weapons I have. And trying to hit an upgrade is pretty unlikely, but this might pick up something that we could use. I mean, it is a property. We could run that with the flagship. I don't know that that's the best combo, but certainly an option, I suppose. I'm gonna go ahead and just let these guys go. Pick up the dam. Hopefully Kina has something better for us. Unfortunately not. Would sell that off. Pesky Pete. might be decent with Sea Dog Saloon. I'm gonna hold off on that though. Too late for the astrolabe. We'll just continue on here. Again, not putting a whole lot of stock into the flagship right now. Really just hoping for it to happen naturally. Picking up something like Captain's Wheel would be good as a tool. You know, Expert Pilot could be really good for us with the flagship. Same with Command Ship.
See that
A lot of
plank?
good options here.
Walk it.
And unfortunately, we pick up one of the ones that isn't so good. Alright, now taking on the bounty hunters does allow us to overlevel to 10, so let's just go ahead and do that.
Let's go, Vanessa. We've got other marks.
Oh, I forgot with flagship we could just take the 5 experience. One less experience to take the fight, but we get 4 more gold and an item, 4 skill. Let's just do that. If we pick up ambush, that would be really strong. Oh, it also gives us an opportunity at a cutlass, I suppose. Tracer pistol could be really good for flagship as well.
You didn't pay us enough for this.
Alright, we pick up Spark
Right that
Plug.
time!
Not really what we were looking for, hoping for, but that's okay. In this situation, I think we're, again, just going to look at the build we have rather than the build we're going for. I'm going to go ahead and just take this and we'll put the Fiery on Katana now. And now we've got a pretty significant amount of burn coming out. You know, doing an upgrade on Wetware could go a long way for our defense now. We didn't pick up a defensive enchantment, so hopefully that's enough
You should know.
defense to
I'm
keep
a
us going.
legend on Pelago.
Picking up that overlevel is going to help a ton with this fight here, so we should be fine to get a win. And indeed we are. Pick up win number 6, very good. Now, is it just me, or does it always seem like when you go for the significant wins, you know, 4, 7, and 10, they always throw the hardest opponents at you? I don't know if that's just me or not, but it sure feels that way.
Master craftsman. Me? Try my best.
Obviously, that's a cognitive bias, by the way, but... I do like the idea of a nesting doll in as an ammo item. We could, even though Mr. Richardson really isn't that great in the build, we could run Mr. Richardson because we would be hasting the flagship. That does offer some scales. And that would give us weapon, ammo item, tool. And getting 4 shots on a flagship is pretty good. I'll go ahead and take him. At the very least, we could sell him, get an extra damage in. So now we're really hoping to find an upgrade for the flagship. In this situation, I think going Curio is probably best. We can buy weapons for health. Oh, we can get an upgrade on the Lucky Clover. Very nice.
Sitting there 20 years.
Let's go ahead and buy, sell, and I'm going to actually do this to all of these items. Because we get 1 extra damage anyway.
Reuse everything. Warms my rusty circuits to see that find home.
Looking forward to the upgrade on the knee brace, or
That's a bargain.
buff to the knee brace.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up
All
the
right.
bazaar.
I don't think any of these. This is the only one I would consider buying, and I don't want to get rid of anything right now, so we'll just move on. Now, I do think I'm fast enough to take on the Lost Hero this time around. That hurts. We need to kill him before he gets his next hit in. And there it is. Very nice. Very nice. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Hamilton. Appreciate you. Alright, we don't have room for the flambers right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the repeater. Maybe we can find one later for that build.
Now this is how you win a war.
Go ahead and see what kind of Vanessa skills we can find. But we could get a reduced cooldown, though I don't think that's great. We could haste our wetware, or give it just a slight bit of damage. I'm gonna go ahead and roll here, though. I'm not really feeling any of those. You know, going Steel Storm I think is probably excellent, but Focus Rage is just too good to pass on. We're gonna go ahead and take that. All right. I mean, we're offered the artist. We may as well take it. Hopefully it works out well for us on the wetware. Oh, we pick up Turbo. Okay. We get some haste. Haste 2 items for 2 seconds. Not bad. All right, we're gonna go to Pole, hoping for a flagship upgrade here. Yeah, buying a gold cove just isn't worth it. We're going to hold off on that. Roll. Unfortunately, we don't pick up a flagship upgrade. We'll move on. Taking on a 7-win Mac, level 11. So they have also over-leveled like us, which I generally believe for Mac that means they either went to the crash site or to the Temple Expedition. Temple Expedition's much scarier. Oof. Okay, they've got shielded Eternal Ports. That's going to be really tough. I don't know that we can beat that. And indeed we can't.
Closer to the formula of life.
Really strong, and they have all of the quests unlocked on a gold blank slate. That's really strong. Unfortunate for us. Alright, we move on. We'll go to Curio now. And again, really looking to buy all of the small items, turn around and sell them, get damage increase. And in this case, we'll go ahead and also snag the rocket boots, get improved haste there. Chimeric egg is nice because we actually get to sell 2 items. The cooldown reduction, very nice. Alright, we'll move on here. Alright, let's see if Ayla can help us out. I'm gonna go ahead and snag the bolas. Go ahead and roll here. I'm gonna buy the throwing knives because again, this plus the repeater, plus the oh forgive me here, the ramrod. Throwing knives, repeater, ramrod is a combo that just is too powerful. So we'll buy that in hopes to get it. Move on now. I don't know if we could beat the Void Golem, so I don't think it's worth trying. I'm gonna just go for the test subject. Very nice. Quick, easy win. We pick up infused bracers. It's unfortunate that we don't have toxic on these. Gold tier weapon, 2 gold and a loot item, or gold tier item. I'm gonna go, in this situation we only have silver tier weapons. So I'm gonna hold off on this one and I'm just gonna go for a gold tier item, hoping for something good. I don't see anything that we want. Get a fishing net. Now we will move on to Mattel.
No sale.
And there's the repeater. Now, if we pick up the ramrod, we can
If it's not right for you,
do the
I
infinite
want
build.
you to be happy.
Fortunately, don't see the ramrod here. Might be able to pick it up with Kina. We'll take a look here.
Leave with big bargains.
Unfortunately, we don't pick it up with Kina either. Okay. So, I guess we will just sit on this stuff and be patient.
I suppose you'll go buy a weapon instead.
Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
These are my hunting grounds. Find your own. I grew up alone.
Alright, that is a very strong build.
This
Yeah,
is the
Diamond, Anaconda, and Turtle at that. Looks like we go into second chance mode. I think it's really just best to go for an enchantment here. With that, we do want to try to crit with the repeater. So we'll put deadly on the repeater here.
I won't fall. My people need me.
Okay, again, really looking for the ramrod now. You know, we rode this build far too long. As you can see, we're picking up losses. Hopefully we can get the ramrod. No luck on the ramrod there. Move on. Crit items are great for us.
Fine sculpture.
Might be worth the radar module. I think I'm gonna go ahead and abandon this flagship build. I don't think we're gonna make that work, so we'll just move on.
Delete your
Go ahead and take
trivial
the radar
emotions,
module.
and you will always fire true.
Might be able to take advantage of the sextant here. Go ahead and
There
snag
are
that.
days when I do miss combat. Perhaps I will watch your battles.
Alright, we're still looking for the pieces, but we're assembling something here. We're getting close. What do we got? 6 out of 10 slots now? The main thing is the ramrod. Once we get the ramrod, then that build really comes together. Very nice. This build isn't necessarily weak, it's just I don't think quite strong enough for a day 10 to day 11. Okay, we're looking to do some burn. That's nice.
Whole kingdom.
Now we can get an upgrade. I don't know which one is better to upgrade here. Oops. Yeah, I suppose getting 2 more ammo on the throwing knives is probably better.
I don't
Go that
boast
route.
for myself. I boast for some Alaska. Temper, sharpen, reinforce.
Alright. We could take a risk with the street festival, or we can go to Barcoon hoping that he has it. I think I'd rather go to the street festival, though. There's plenty other ways we can get a ramrod, so I'm gonna go Kina. Reduce the possibilities a little bit. Unfortunately, don't pick it up. That really is unfortunate. Alright, we have one more chance here, and we don't see it. Okay. I think we'll just take Toxic, and we'll throw it on the throwing knives. Okay. Hopefully we're strong enough to get through this one. This is a 7 win jewels. They are a level behind us, which is
I may
good.
be young for a captain, but I've seen my
Though I
share of
don't
stories.
have a lot of
Let's
confidence
make
here.
this quick. I have something in the oven.
Okay, they're doing a fiery luau build. That's gonna burn like crazy. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to keep up with that. That's too bad.
You poor thing. Have a cookie.
Ah, just couldn't find the ramrod to get that. It really is a fun build to watch go off
Each
too.
bounty gets us
Wish we
closer
would have
to
got that.
victory.
Showcase it. That's unfortunate. We probably should have just worked harder on the Tortuga build rather than trying to show off the throwing knives build. Alright, I am going to take a brief break to get some more to drink. I will be back shortly. I suppose you couldn't hear me if my mic's muted. Sorry about that. Thank you very much for the sub there, Felix Morn. I appreciate you. And the gifted sub at that for NVQQ. Very cool. Alright, so I have a feeling I'm going to be throwing a little bit just by starting off this way, but I'm going to go aquatic and see if we can go with some sort of... Oops, I should have picked up the coral armor. Look at that, I'm already throwing. Should have picked up the coral armor first. We'll go with that now. We'll move on. See what kind of friend we can get. I'm going to go a little bit faster on this one, just because I have a feeling it's not going to go well anyway. So one nice thing about this life preserver, as you can read here, it basically gives you a second health bar once your first one dies off. So great in the early game, not so hot on the later stages. So now we're playing very passive. Let the sandstorm do the work for us.
It's over already. We barely got our flags up.
Okay, pick up firebomb. That's not going to be any use to us here. I'm going to go ahead and go Lost Crate. I'm going to take a skill this time. Kind of just memeing a little bit on this run, so we'll see what happens here. Go another 2 gold, and could take an upgrade on the right eye here. Actually, we'll switch it up, go this way. And we will look at some friends. See what kind of aquatic friends we can pick up. Oh, can't afford that one. Give me just a moment, I'll fix that. There we go. And unfortunately, we don't have room to get 3 friends in, but we can make this work well enough, I suppose. And we are almost certainly losing this first one unless they're an ammo build that doesn't have a way to reload.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Like I said, I know this is a meme build, almost certainly going to throw, going to tank the rank, but just want to switch it up a little bit.
I paint my ship red, but I don't use paint.
Alright, day 2, looking to pick up a lot more aquatic items. Do see a couple here. Got a couple good items for a fly build. We could certainly look at that. This time we'll look at a medium item. Hey, pick up an upgrade on the Marlin, not bad. Alright, now we certainly cannot take the other right, but look at some different options here. I think we're still strong enough to take on the Covetous Thief, so we'll go ahead and do that. Very nice. Easy win for us. Right. Go look at some aquatic items now.
That means it's treasure.
We'll go ahead and sell this mantis shrimp. What we're basically doing is buying anything that costs 2 gold. We're going to turn around and sell it, and that's an even bust on the cove. But it allows us to build up the coral armor here.
Use that to defeat the tyrant king. I'm sure you sailors know how to use that. This belonged to a
And in this
great
case, we'll actually
king.
keep the seaweed, and we can use that as well.
Ride that tide!
Bronze tier ammo, bronze tier weapon, 2 gold and a loot. I think we'll go 2 gold and a loot because we're hurting in the economy. We can throw that on there. And in this situation, we'll go ahead and take a skill. We can take 2 poison on one item or 1 on every poison item. We only have the 1, so we'll go ahead and just take that there. And we'll move that out. Drop that in, drop that in. Now we have all aquatic items. Not that significant here. I actually think I prefer to put the shadowed cloak in. Trying to figure out what's going to be the best solution to get the shadowed cloak in. Probably just go with this guy here. Okay. Yeah, that's probably best. Alright, we're going up against a 1-win pig. Chances are they're running some sort of weapon build.
Are you sure? Have you noticed? I'm huge.
See if this is a money furnace on the right here. Indeed it is. Wow, they've already got 29 on it. And they've got their, oh no, they... How do they have a... Interesting. I don't know if we can beat this. Now, one thing that does help, obviously you're seeing us lose here, but one thing that does help is burn only deals half damage to shields. So that does give us a chance, but unfortunately we just weren't quite fast enough. That's one of the, if you want to say it, downsides to burn, though. I feel like burn's probably just in a little too strong of a position right now. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the shadowed cloak. If we go with a jet bike build, having the shadowed cloak could be pretty significant for us. We'll go that route, and then let's just go lost crate for a medium item. And we pick up an upgrade on the life preserver. We might want to use that again. I do feel like we're strong enough we could take on the Castaway Corsair. He's, for a diamond tier encounter, he's pretty weak, so I think we'll be okay. Hey Felix, thanks again for the sub and the gifted sub there. Really appreciate it. Man, fighting this guy is kind of annoying, huh? Just the sound effect every time.
Wait, there's treasure here.
There we go. Yeah, he might be the weakest diamond tier encounter right now. Not just in terms of the when you run into him, but also just for level. I think it's best if we just actually go for a silver tier item here. We're looking for pieces to put together a build. Unfortunately, Shoeblade's not going to do it. But we could go to Barcoon and potentially pick up a jet bike here. Don't see the jet bike. Now, rather than upgrading the Cove, what I generally like to do, if it's worth more than what I can purchase it for, I'll just go ahead and sell the one I have, and then just buy it again. Now, we could go with haste, but really the only payoff is a bronze catfish, so I don't think it's worth it. I am going to roll, though, hoping for a jet bike. Don't hit the jet bike, but we do hit shark claws, so I will take that. I will also go ahead and sell these off here. I do want the flying fish for jet bike build, but I think keeping it at bronze isn't worth it. I will keep the pesky Pete just in case, because he could be useful in a flight build, and I just gave him cinders, so I will take this fishing rod, hoping for small aquatic items to help us out, and then we'll go into Ayla again, hoping for a jet bike. Don't see a jet bike, but we will take a build for him. And then we'll just turn around and sell it. Because again, it's neutral with the cove. And it helped build up our coral armor a little bit. Okay, going up against a 2-win Stell, that's a little scary. Generally, when Stell gets early wins like this, I would lean more toward a tool build.
You want to help me test
Though it doesn't look like it. Looks like they're probably like a turret. Yeah, turret car is the other early game build for Stell. We'll see if it's strong enough. I think it is. I don't think that we're quite fast enough to take this guy on.
Hey, that was fun,
We
right?
are not. That's unfortunate. Now, Vanessa's weak in the late game, so the fact that we've lost the first 3 days really doesn't bode well for us. We're going to have to find something special here. We'll go to Andy, see what he can sell to us. Nothing significant here. Go ahead and roll, though. And again, nothing worth hanging on to, so we'll move on. Go to Midsworth, see if maybe he has something good for us. Take the Zorcid. Oh, we picked up a chum. That's useless. And we'll buy the Mantis Shrimp just to build up the armor some more. And we'll do the same here with the Illuso Ray and with the Jellyfish. Okay. I don't think that this is fast enough. If it were a 5-second, I would say it's enough that we could take on Flame Juggler, but since it's not, we're just going to go to the Dervish, hoping for Keen Eye, Clockwork Blades, or Bar of Gold here.
The dunes favor you, Inlander.
Okay, we pick up Clockwork Blades. Let's go ahead and just sell the Zorcid. Make room for that. See what Argenta has for us now. We'll go ahead and take Stunning Strike. We are working with a Marlin, so the chances of us critting are pretty high. Unfortunately, we didn't pick up an Astrolabe or Star Chart for the docks again.
The Bazaar's a crazy place,
So we'll take a look and see what JJ might have for us. Unfortunately, nothing really useful, so we'll move on.
We're not cut out for business.
And let's see if Quixel maybe has something useful. She does have an upgrade on the Shark Claws, which is significant. I'm going to go ahead and purchase the Ambergris and take advantage of that to get a little bit more recon here. We're actually making money off of aquatic purchases now. Ooh, don't quite have enough. Let's go ahead and let go of the fishing rod. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase it just for upgrading the core armor. We are losing a gold by purchasing it, but I think it's worth upgrading the armor. The seaweed is still at bronze, so we need as much defense as we can get. We're really not in a good spot here.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
I must warn you, I am more than I appear.
Alright. Looks like we're going up against at least a mostly defensive build. They're really relying on their Fender box to do burn damage, and I don't think they're going to get enough burn damage out of it, but they might get enough shield that they can beat us. We'll see. Hopefully the scaling of the Marlin is enough that we can win this. Not looking excellent. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's enough. That really is unfortunate. Like I said at the beginning, this is going to be kind of a meme run. Unfortunately, tanking the rank, and we'll just roll with it. Again, no Astrolabe, no Star Chart. Go ahead and move on to this guy here. Roll and hopes to find something useful. Nothing useful here. Hopefully Andy has something good for us. He does have an upgrade to Pesky Pete, which can be pretty significant. Yeah, I really don't have anything good to work with here. Go to the Kyber Commander, hoping to pick up the Counter-Strike again.
You enemy!
If not, Insect Wings can be good. I called it Butterfly Wings last time. I think that's what they used to be called. But I'm probably wrong about that.
Swarms sting forever.
Insect Wing it is.
Tyrant's whole kingdom.
Get a gunpowder. Not really any use here. See what kind of silver tier item we can get. Hey, we pick up an upgrade on the Marlin. Fortunately, all it does is gives crit chance, which is nice, but unless we pick up the item that gives you damage equal to your crit chance, not very significant. Okay, so here's our jet bike that we were hoping for. So we will get that in, and I will put that adjacent here, and we'll go ahead and put the narwhal in as well. And I'd like to get Pesky Pete in as also. See how we can do here. Suppose we can just live with that. Seaweed's just not good. Alright, let's go ahead and roll, hoping for another better small item. Go ahead and snag this ambergris, take the catfish, make some money real quick. Alright, I don't think we want any ammo items, so let's go to the Street Festival looking for something better. We'll go to Barcoon, hoping for something good here. We could take the Shark Ray. That actually is a decent purchase. I'm going to hang on to the Narwhal, but we're going to let that go. And we'll take the Shark Ray here. And that'll give us some scaling for Marlin now.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Now, I still don't think that we're in a position to win necessarily, but I definitely feel like the board's gotten stronger.
All cannon,
Yeah.
no ball.
Still can't quite get there. And I would say their build wasn't very strong either. They're definitely looking for a Tortuga or even get a catfish. Something along those lines. They're missing their key piece and they still beat us fairly easily. Don't think there's any non-weapon item or non-weapon items that we want, so I'm just gonna take a random item, get a submersible. Still missing the astrolabe.
That's been sitting there 20 years,
Alright.
waiting for you.
Didn't take that. I don't think I want submersible here. I don't see us really taking advantage of it.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Go ahead and buy these. Trying to get as much damage on the Marlin as we can. Really take advantage of the fact that it crits so easily. Alright, we'll go to the Foundation Weeper. We really need an upgrade on the jet bike. The jet bike upgrade's gonna be huge.
You must warn your people. Stay
Yeah, that's just not enough damage. An Ouroboros statue, and then is it Argenta?
We're a good team.
I think we're gonna take the supply cache, hoping to get things like
Hope we can do this again.
sharpened or sharpening stones. I'm not sure if we're strong enough to take on the bounty hunters, but I'm gonna go for it
Vanessa of
because
House
we missed out
Cordelia
on all of the
Burr.
opportunities for
Let's get
additional
this.
experience. So this is a chance to get that back. Looks like we are strong enough, just barely.
You didn't pay us enough for this.
Right.
Too much
Cutlass.
treasure, not enough chest.
Alright, we'll go to pull, hoping for a jet bike upgrade. No luck there. Let's go ahead and roll. And again, we're going to sell the Cove and buy another. Okay. Let's just take a look at where we're at. Yeah, this is faster than the narwhal, so we're going to have to live with it. Really would prefer something over the Shadowed Cloak at this
My
point.
fight isn't with you.
Might actually be better to run
Insist.
the Shadowed Cloak
Go
next to the
ahead,
Marlin. I
underestimate
should have
me.
probably done
It
that
makes
actually.
this more fun.
Looks like they're over leveled, so almost certainly going to lose this one. Yep, they are indeed over leveled. They've got 64 damage on the Orange Julian. Yeah, that'll do the trick.
You fall like a boulder. I flow.
That's too
like
bad.
waves.
Alright. It's okay. Again, we kind of planned and expected it to not go well for us, so it's okay. We just wanted to try something different.
Ride that tide.
Maybe we can get something good here with Vermeer.
Which is more cruel? A dozen bruising blows or one lethal strike?
I don't know if we have enough time to go with an inexhonorable at this point, so I'm just going to go with exposing toxins.
Life force flows in rivers, and now you know how to dam them.
Okay, let's see what Quixel has for us.
I'm Quixel, master merchant or something.
I mean, here's the repeater ramrod.
Midsworth says I have to trade even when I don't care.
Let's go ahead and swap this on over. We'll run it like that. Makes it a little bit slower to get things flying, but I think having the Shadowed Cloak on the Marlin is just going to end up being better. Gives us infinite haste on Marlin. Gives damage for scaling. And we're going to go ahead and pick up this combo here. Don't think we're going to end up getting Narwhal in. We can hang on to it.
They only sell things so I can buy things.
Oh,
Huge
we
things.
picked up. There's repeater ramrod throwing knives. Very nice. So now we'd really like to see some way to increase our crit chance with these. I wonder if we could get away with just running this now. Just run it like this. Might be able to get away with that now. Let's give it a try.
The smaller the portions, the finer the beer.
Right. Go ahead and get rid of the pesky peat and the shark ray. Buy the chum because it's free. And we'll buy the flying fish here. We also have the ambergris, so let's go for the coral as well. Go ahead and roll. We'll pick up what we were hoping for here. 20 crit chance. I don't think that's significant enough to force a swap. Alright, let's go against the wild man, see how we do here. Really need some more ammo on these items. I think.
They sent you?
So you can kind of see how quickly they fire together, which is pretty cool. It'd be even better if I can get this thing to crit regularly. And give them more ammo, of course. That coral. Move on here. Maybe pick up an upgrade on the repeater.
Pretty laid back.
Oh, perfect timing on the astrolabe. Very nice. We don't hit what we want here. So I am interested in the lockbox. I'm gonna go ahead and take it.
Bring it back. I want you to be happy.
Go to Tox Clocks, hoping for something useful. Let's go with the Shadowed Cloak. Go ahead and take that guy. And he's also aquatic, right? Okay. So the reason I'm doing that is Ambergris gets 2 golds every time I purchase an aquatic item. Plus, I sell it back for 2, so there's the 4, and then the Cove actually helps us make gold. Of course, we have to sell these, but as you can see, we've got 35 gold stored up right there. Alright, going up against a 4-win pig. See how we can do.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Hopefully we can pick up a win, find some upgrades for the throwing knives and the repeater. Can we get there? Nope. Darn it. That is too bad. Alright, well, there's that meme run. We got that out of the way. Now we can go back to try and actually win again. That almost dropped us all the way down to 40k. Holy smokes. Suppose that's what it looks like when you get 0 wins though, huh? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just take a free weapon or apparel here. And then hopefully Valpak can give us something good.
I love the
Katana's good, seashells free.
Buy more.
Hey, we get Cove. Very nice. Narwhal's also free.
Get one free.
And drop the Narwhal in here. And I do think I'm strong enough to take on Happy Camper, so we will.
Did they send you? I can't go back to that office. Please don't tell
There it
the
is.
municipality. They can't stand to
Got an
lose
extra
their
gold
taxes.
since he's a silver tier. And see what we get here. Get a portable stove. Not very useful for us, but that's okay.
Don't worry,
See
mate.
what Colt has now. Nothing useful there, and I don't think it's worth a reroll, so we'll just move on. See what kind of enchanted item we can pick up. Obsidian Bilge Worm. I think that's the best of these. None of the options were great. Let's go to Nautica, see what she might have for us. We already have a... Oof. Okay, well. Buy the chum. Turn around and sell that chum.
Probably.
And sell the piranha. Sell these items. Sell this cove.
Thank you.
We net 1 gold. Okay. So, I think we just sit on what we have here. And hope for the best against this pig.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
You do see these tusks.
I should have moved the... That's a mistake. Should have moved the flying fish over. Hopefully that doesn't bite us. don't think it will, but
I could see you're
very
going
nice.
places, but I'll
The small little min-max there. Should have moved this over. Alright. I think again I'm gonna go ahead and just take a free silver tier weapon or a barrel. Ew, boom boom bot, not great. I mean, it does work with the flying fish, but doesn't really do anything useful. In fact, I'm gonna move that flying fish before I forget.
People first, profit 10.
Go ahead and take the
Happy to
coral,
be
take the chum again,
Say goodbye.
and again we'll take the
So, how
marlin,
about this weather
potentially
we're
going
in?
into the
Oh,
flying build again.
That's good.
But I don't anticipate it.
I get it. You're busy.
We'll buy this because it's free with the cove. Any bronze small item we'll buy. Yeah, I don't anticipate us really wanting any of this stuff. But I'm going to put the concealed dagger in over the narwhal just to get the extra gold. And we're just going to go visit the coconut crab here. Very nice.
Waste of gunpowder.
Perfect. Pick up part shell. That's good defense for our build. Now let's go ahead and visit Kina, see what she might have for us. Let's see. Go ahead and sell these items off. Powder horn is just recycling. I'm not going to worry about a reroll here. Get 4 gold, a bronze aquatic item, 2 gold, and a loot. Or a bronze tier. Let's go with the loot item. Fortunately, not any use to us here. See what kind of health and shield items we might pick up. You see another cove. Sell ours off. This one again. Made a net positive of 3 gold on that one. Move the katana to the outside edge there. Move the flying fish into the optimal position. I don't think it's worth rolling on Kev for, so we'll just accept that we've got what we've got, and we'll move on, see what
We're
Didovo
out to
has for
dethrone a
us.
king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Alright, looks like a bunch of healing with their golf clubs. A little scary, but hopefully we're fast enough that we don't need to worry about it. And indeed we are. Very nice. Alright. It's 2 for 2. Just with a random hodgepodge of items. Making it work. Early game Vanessa weapon builds are generally pretty strong.
We have everything, so you can have everything.
Could pick up a silver rifle. I'll definitely take
If you buy one more,
free upgrade on a
you might
honing
get
steel.
promoted. No pressure.
I think I will take the rifle, hoping to find a ramrod. Get free
Spend
seaweed here.
300 more for free shipping.
Don't think that we're gonna use it, but that's okay. Actually makes us a gold, so we're okay with that. Don't see anything that I'm really interested in upgrading, so let's just go to Kina, see what she might have for us. Take the Illuso Ray, turn around and sell it. Then we'll take the Chum, make some money here. I don't think I want to keep bronze piranhas. I'm going to go ahead and sell them. Jellyfish for a free roll. And looks like we're making 3 gold off of this cove as well. Getting lots of coves this run. Don't think the haste item is worth it. I don't think we can beat Giant Mosquito. Product demonstration doesn't really have anything useful for us. So I think I'm going to just go to Overbearing Teacher. You know, the Book of Secrets can be useful. Raffle ticket we could high roll on. And Teachable Moment is generally nice for the extra health, especially in the early game.
Someone has to slow the decline. I am not pedantic. I am a delightful person and with whom to hang.
And we pick up Fortune Cookie, unfortunately. Don't have any food to set that off. We could do an upgrade on damage on our weapons. I'd rather find a build, though. I think Switchblade is worth picking up, so I'll go ahead and snag that. And we'll go ahead and take a Narwhal upgrade, double his damage. I don't think anything else here is worthwhile. I'm going to look for a silver tier item now, though. We'll take the Ambergris. And we'll hope that Mattel has something useful for us. Marlin upgrade is the worst. Go ahead and get the Switchblade in. I'm gonna roll hoping for a Ramrod here. Yeah, don't get it. But then our next best option... Yeah, I don't know that Sea Shadow's worth picking up here either, so... I think we just need to accept that this is what we've got. And we'll just run Marlin over the Flying Fish.
You leave it behind, someone else finds
and we go up against a 1-1 Mac.
With
With Mac, he's generally a little weaker in the early game, so we have a chance. So I see a lot of burn, which usually doesn't bode well for us. Okay, he's got a combination of potions and items, so hopefully that means that we can get there for fast enough.
I take no apprentice.
Unfortunately
None have
not.
proven worthy.
Too much burn, and poison for that matter, but really the burn did the trick. Okay, take our first loss. Unfortunate, but we move on, hoping for the best. Again, this is now 3 in a row that we haven't seen a Star Chart or an Ambergris. We don't get to take advantage of that. Don't think I want to go friends here, so we'll just go ahead and roll. And I don't like these options either, so move along. Hoping that Andy will give us something better. Dive weights is a great pickup.
Diamonds come in small boxes.
Go ahead and roll again. We'll take the chum.
A smart one for your size.
Sell that back. Go ahead and sell the flying fish while we're at it. I suppose we have to get rid of the... let's just get rid of the rifle. I don't think we're going to go there. We're already on day 4 now. I'll take the Illuso Ray because it does net us 1 gold, but we are going to have to look at selling the Ambergris soon. just have a random hodgepodge of junk. Really where we're at right now. Suppose we could take on the Bloody Reef Raider.
Speaks. Tells me.
Ammo stash could be good for us. Bar gold can also be useful. We could be looking to go submarine, one weapon build.
Lads will never let me forget this.
Yeah, lots of just kind of random ideas and options here. And we pick up invulnerability potion. If we can reload that, that actually isn't bad.
Gigamart's owner is the ultimate business.
That's a free purchase. In fact, actually, it makes us 2 gold. We will also pick up the shark claws here. And I can take out the concealed dagger.
Our owner might notice me.
I think I will take out Marlin now, as they're the same speed, unfortunately. Would sell this ambergris.
Thank you.
That.
What else can I get for you? You came all the way
That,
here.
and we'll go ahead and just take the upgrade on the Marlin. Effectively a free upgrade anyway.
I sense something blocking your power. Let's get rid of it.
Not great skills, and I don't want to spend the money to reroll, so we'll just take this one. The best of the worst. I am gonna go for ammo items just because we have some good ammo items sitting in our inventory with dive weights and invulnerability potion. Hoping for something like a ramrod. Powder horn could be decent.
Take a few more clips.
He's out here now. Now we have a form of defense. Not a great form, but... flagship. There's a good item. Okay. So, let's go ahead and pitch the shark claws. And the katana. I'd like to keep this switchblade if I can. And sell the Marlin. That'll get us the flagship.
If you ever head out to the dunes,
Okay.
tell them Dusty Colt sent ya.
We already have a friend, an ammo item, and a tool. Now we need a property and a relic, ideally. Probably just best to do it that way. And I don't even think I want a last item in there. We'll just accept that the way it is. Okay, now we're up against a 2-win pig. And I suspect this is going to be strong enough to get a win here. Flagship is pretty darn strong for this early mid-game position we're in. Oh, that's a lot of small items to feed that Pickles launcher, but the Pickles launcher is bronze, so it's a huge upgrade to go from bronze to silver on that launcher. So we'll see how this works out. A lot of burn they have, so hopefully we have enough defense here. And we do just enough. Very nice. Between the hard shell, the stop that, and the invulnerability potion, just enough defense to get that win. Alright, let's see what Valpak has for us now.
Can I help you find everything?
The dock lines might be a better tool for us than the powder horn invulnerability potion. I don't know if that's true or not. Hard to say. I will buy the revolver. It's effectively free.
Buy more.
Same with the nesting
We'll
doll.
borrow more gold from the tide.
If you buy one more,
I definitely want this
I might
captain's
get
wheel.
promoted. No pressure though.
So much so that I'm willing to sell off a few important pieces here to get there.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I thought it was 8. That's
What
my
else can I
fault.
get for you?
That's okay. Don't need that tool anymore. So we will... The nesting doll. And we'll go ahead and buy... Oh,
Must be a hole in my coin.
sell that. Go ahead and buy the coral armor here. See what we can get from the mountain pass. We get a fight. Very nice. That helps with the fact that again we're missing the special item to work the docks.
Spinach! On meatballs! Is this some sick joke?
Probably want to take the nesting doll out. Don't really want to haste it. On a target we want to haste, so let's just take that out. We are strong enough to take on the Gorgon Noble here. At least we should be. Getting our honing steel is a little annoying, but I suppose that's better than our flagship.
A Gorgon always pays her debts.
Okay, get the win there. And pick up a Gorgon Spore. Not exactly useful, but it gives us something. Could take 6 gold, 2 gold and a loot, or a silver tier. I think I'm going to take the 6 gold here. Alright, we'll go to Mattel, hoping for something useful. We see a Ramrod. Ramrod could be good with Nesting Doll and Dive Weights. But unless we have a way to improve the Nesting Doll, it just isn't great. This could be quite good for us. See what that looks like. We take these out. Considering putting in a ramrod here with the torpedo. We would be giving up the captain's wheel in that situation. And we would be staring at this on our board. Suppose we could take that out and put this in. That's not terrible. We did lose a friend in this situation, so probably better to run the friend than the honing steel. We'll run it that way. Go ahead and roll here, see what we get. Nothing useful. And now with Sylvia, maybe we'll pick up a flagship upgrade. We do not. We could get a property. We don't have a friend. Really just not a fan of the one weapon builds. I'm going to hold off on that. Let's go ahead and roll. Please take a look at what we've got. And now with already having the ramrod, we can grab the repeater. Nah, I'm just not going to go for that build. Alright. We're going up against a 2-win Karnak, level 6.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Okay, they have a little over 100 health more than us. Damn. That crit did us in. So I suppose it probably didn't matter. That was a close one, though. Alright, let's see if we can get an upgrade on the flagship from Barcoon here.
Welcome to my business.
We could take the Astrolabe.
Oh, it's like the baby birds that nested in my mouth.
I think we will. Oh, we can get an upgrade on the torpedo. Doubling the scaling. Go ahead and do that.
I'll show you those stumps back home. I'm gonna be a business tree.
Hold off. Go to the docks now. We just paid for the Astrolabe to get that. And I think Steel Storm is our best option here.
I hope we can do this again.
Don't know that we have the damage to take out the Infernal. Unless we got Fiery on something, I don't think we could take advantage of it. However, if we take on the dog, we have a chance to get aggressive here.
Pathetic. As spineless as a
Okay,
jelly.
pick up an Eagle Talisman. Let's go to Kina, see what we can get here.
Not war.
Orange Julian could be pretty nice. We're already on 90 for Orange Julian. We'll hold off. I just don't think he's quite good enough. We'll take the upgrade on the Ramrod, and then we need 4 gold here. Sadly, I'm gonna let go of the captain's wheel. Get the watch poster. Forgive me. We have no gold, so I'm gonna go to Deborah, and we could take 4 prestige, or I'll just take the 10 gold. Going up against a 3-win pig here. Equal level.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge?
Got 140 more health. Mostly shield build. If we can keep the damage going, we don't have to worry about that shield. Right now we're struggling to keep that damage up. But we get there with Torpedo. Very nice. Get our 4th win. Get over that hump. On to day 7 now. Okay, we're hoping Pole has a flagship for us. Don't see it here. We will re-roll, and we get it. Very nice. Literally doubling the output of our flagship. Very much needed there. Hopefully Orlan has something good for us. Command ship is pretty darn good. We'll take that. And we'll go to the docks. Pick up that last event there. I don't think we're strong enough to take on the Thug, but we will take on the Treasure Turtle. Hoping for a ticket here. There's the wind. Very nice. Okay, toughness doesn't really do much for us. By that I mean it doesn't do anything. But we can maybe find a use for it later. Yeah, whatever. Don't need to mess with the ordering of that. Not looking for any of that. And nothing useful here, so we'll move on. Go ahead and go to Sterling, get an upgrade on the dive weights here. Oh, maybe. Had a slight crash there. Give me just a moment. Uh-oh. May need to restart our game here. Indeed, it looks like it. Okay. I don't know the last time this has happened for me. I'll allow it. Just a moment. We'll get that fired back up here. Well, it looks like you guys get to see that I was playing some ball pit earlier. Just a moment. There we go. Okay. Fire this back up. There we have it. Okay, we're back in. Go to Sterling again.
You may be too young to remember my films, but
Take an upgrade on the dive weights here.
It all comes down to confidence.
Feels about as good as we can do. We're going up against a 5-win Jules.
You should know.
Really wish we would have made that over level.
Oh, I'd rather feed you than fight you.
Okay, so they're looking to do some freeze. Hopefully we can just one-shot them with that, with the torpedo here. Oh, don't get it there. And they are getting tons of shield now. Yeah, they're gonna win. Too much shield, unfortunately.
Well,
oh, never mind. We crit. 30% chance. Very nice. We're glad we invested in the ramrod with that torpedo.
Full sail, my boy.
Okay, we could go for a gold tier aquatic item, considering we have 3 aquatic items on the board that are gold. I'm going to take the chance here. Fortunately, just get Salt Claw. Okay, now let's go visit Kino, see what she might have for us. Nothing really useful. We'll go ahead and roll here. And not really interested in those items either. Alright, let's see if Mattel can help us out. Rowboat could be quite nice. Just not sure if it's worth giving up the Steel Storm for. I'm going to say that it is. And what I mean by that is Steel Storm's giving us additional damage, but
I think you're really gonna enjoy.
I think it's worth it. Go ahead and roll here. I'm just curious to see what we get. No. Okay. I don't know about the dragon. I think we're going to take on the rock just so that we can have a chance to go for Cosmic Wind here. The feathers are also useful. Same with Kenai. So got several useful items. So we'll just go with the rock here.
It's over already. We barely got
Okay,
off
pick up a
live.
feather. That's not bad. Going with Sterling, upgrade on the ramrod. It is useful with the torpedo, as we just seen with the last fight. Yeah, I suppose so. We'll just go for it. Doubles the output. Alright. I'm gonna go to the Monster Ranch hoping for an experience so that we can overlevel here. And indeed we get it. Oh, I forgot. We're getting it anyway. Alright, never mind. Okay, Guardian's Gorge. That's gonna be great with flagship. I did forget that we lost friend, however. Shoot. Just realized we lost friend. We're only on ×3 here now. Alright, well. That's significantly weakened
My
us.
fight isn't with you, but if you insist, go ahead. Underestimate.
That's a big mistake.
This more fun.
Obvious sign that I'm experiencing a bit of fatigue. Completely overlooked that. Yeesh, they have all 6.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
Oh, they got property on the flagship. They visited the crash site and high rolled. That's too bad. Alright. Let's see what Mattel has for us. We do pick up an upgrade on the rowboat. That's a significant upgrade too. Reducing its cooldown by 2 full seconds. We may need to let the dive weights go. We probably should have for old Salt Claw here. Don't like the idea of that. Alright, let's see if Andy can help us out. Nothing there. Worth a reroll. And useless items here, so we'll just move on. Alright, Blood Reef Captain's kind of hard to pass on, considering he's basically doing what we want to do. There we have it. Hopefully we get the upgrade on the flagship. That would be amazing. Full arsenal would also be good. Pesky Pete.
This is how you win a war.
Not terrible. I think I want to go for crit skills here. Try and give ourselves the best chance possible. Yeah, I just don't see that being the best choice, so we'll just go with Kenai.
Use it wisely.
Let's go visit JJ, see what he has for us. Nothing useful here. How do we get Pesky Pete in? The only way we realistically do that is if we give up on the rowboat. I don't like it. Keep looking. Hopefully JJ can help us. JJ cannot help us. Okay. Let's go to Valpak, hoping for something good here.
Everything is for sale.
Nothing good here. Go ahead and get rid of this astrolabe now. Reroll. Not getting the pieces we need, unfortunately. Yeah, we're stuck on 3, unfortunately. And we're going up against a 6-win Mac. Alright, our main source of damage now is Torpedo.
Not to squabble with nobodies.
If you knew my true purpose, you would stand aside.
Come on. Let's get there.
Just behind
Whew.
the veil.
Got there. Very nice. Eat a black ice build. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. We see another Mattel. They're really trying to push these medium items on us, which we're not interested in right now. Don't really care about medium items. We want several small if possible.
See that mountain? That's pole. Few
Hopefully
warriors
Ayla can help us out.
buy my weapons, and you might.
Nothing useful there, and nothing useful.
I hope you live long enough to reconsider.
Okay. See if the Infernal Dreadnought can give us their skill, the Pyromania. That would be pretty nice.
Waste of gunpowder.
Instead, we get a solar drone.
Rally, men!
Fortunately, not useful to us. Gold tier ammo item, 2 gold and a loot. I'm gonna go with a gold tier item, hoping for something useful. Hey, we hit a crow's nest. That's pretty good. Okay. Take that crow's nest. And now, boy, I think what we need to do here is give up on the torpedo. Or we could, yeah, I think we need to give up on the torpedo, unfortunately. And then we'll just put the wanted poster in. Alright, let's see what Nufu has for us. Suppose we can take more shield. Alright, hopefully Nautica has a flagship upgrade. No luck there. Let's go ahead and sell Gold Salt Claw so that we can make a roll here. And we don't see what we were hoping for. We'll move on.
I thought for sure you'd like
Alright, going up against a 7-win Vanessa, who is a level ahead of us. Okay, that's a bit concerning. But obviously we're going to try our best here. 87% crit chance is not bad on 5 shots. They have over 1100 health more than us. And they're running a Friends Burn build. Oof. Time meter really hurts. I mean, thankfully we have the haste, but I don't think we're going to make it. Yeah, we lose to this build. That is unfortunate. Okay, we're falling into second chance. This is one of many reasons why I don't like the one weapon build. There's just too few of items to target. They can just shut you down way too easily. I'm gonna go for the over level here. We need the gold, and the over level is really significant. Because now we can upgrade the flagship. Again, doubling the damage. Want to get out of this one weapon build. See what kind of tech items we can find to do that. Vortex Cannon could be a great payoff. Fortunately, it doesn't count as a property or a relic. Go ahead and roll here, hoping for something good. And unfortunately, we don't find anything useful. Darn it. Alright, hopefully Kina can help us out now. Submersible is pretty significant. We'll take the submersible, I think. I guess we're just dedicated to the one weapon build.
I can feel our energies resonating.
We'll roll, and we could go Spyglass, but I don't think it's worth it. We would be losing shots. Alright, and now we're gonna go Lord of the Wastes. Hoping to pick up his Foreboding Winds skill.
To be a dervish is to be free. Join us.
If we don't pick it up, we get his sextant instead. I think we're just gonna sell the Cove here. We're doing okay. The econ now. Could give... Oh no, that's just improve. Okay. Nothing useful from Mattel, I don't believe, so I'm just gonna take the scrap.
Ride that tide!
More shields here. See what kind of diamond tier skills we can pick up.
And to improve them immeasurably.
Master Sniper is absolutely insane with the torpedo. I want to figure out a way to make that work.
I've taught you all I can. Until tomorrow, that is.
We could run it without Ramrod now. Just take the crit chance that the Crow's Nest is giving us. Good, 72% crit chance. Yeah, we could just run it like that. Alright, let's see what we can get from the Bazaar con. Take 2 income and an XP. I don't think that's going to be worthwhile. Let's go with 3 small enchanted items. Slight increase in our damage. Vulnerability potion. Alright, going up against an 8-win Mac now.
We're out to dethrone a king.
I think 2 shots on the torpedo is enough. Especially considering it's going to have double damage. Another... This time they're a heavy library. Almost like a hard counter to us.
I could teach you my power.
Wow.
But you would squander
Those are 2 very, very bad matchups for us. And this is where I get that that idea. 4 was the hardest win for us to get, and 7 was an impossible win for us to get. Really tough.
Use you in the fight on Pelago.
Alright, well, I'm definitely feeling the fatigue. I think I'm going to have to call it for the night. I do appreciate everyone for joining me. Definitely appreciate Felix Morn for the Prime sub as well as the gifted sub to NVQQ. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a good evening.
What charges? Dodgers? 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 Dodgers? What charges? 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 Dodgers? What charges?
Bars of Bart 8. Bart 8. Bart 8.